been going on for centuries, with each side presenting strong arguments for their stance. On the one hand, logic is considered to be rational and objective, providing a clear path for decision-making and problem-solving. On the other hand, emotions are seen as subjective and intangible, but essential for our well-being and personal relationships. Should you buy her a dinner, or should she learn how to cook to make a dinner? Who's right and who's wrong? Let's find out. Welcome to Emotions versus Logic, the show that pushes dating and relationships to a whole new level, with your hosts, The Real Dana and Steve the Dean Williams. The Real Dana, aka Dana with the Data, is the former co-host of the #1 YouTube morning show, Star in the Morning. She's currently digital content creator and co-host of the Man Up Show with Judge Joe Brown on the Real Dana YouTube channel. Her motto? F*** what you think and love yourself first. With over 40 years in the game, Steve the Dean Williams is an expert in relationships of all stages, from the single life to the married life and all points in between. Steve teaches men to unplug themselves from the dating matrix of TV, radio, and some of these cupcake YouTubers who cry about women all the time. The call-in number is 833-859-8744. That's 833-859-8744. Who wins tonight? Emotions or logic?
Dana with the data.
This is sticking out my head. Hi.
You starting it off that way. That's how you starting it off.
Yes, honey.
That's funny. How are you? How's our Paris? How's our Paris trip going? The funding for the Paris trip.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be funding it myself, but we're gonna talk about Paris starting May 1st.
Oh, okay. All right. May.
Because I have New York first. So we'll talk about Paris May 1st because I have some updates by then.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to say May 1st is technically the countdown, but like I said starting last weekend, there will be no anti-Beyonce. Anybody doing anti-Beyonce in the chat, you will get on a timeout for 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then if you do it again, you will be completely gone.
So is it a one night? The show is one night, right?
For what?
You okay? The concert's one night. So how long are you gonna be in Paris for? Are you doing it for the week or you just 2 days?
No, well, she's doing plenty of dates. Like I think 4 dates in Paris, 6 dates in London, 6 dates in New York, 2 dates in Chicago, 2 dates in Atlanta. I think 2 or 3 dates in Houston, 6 dates in LA, and that's it. That's the Chitlin circuit.
So where are you going?
Going to Paris, that would be a week. Because it ain't no sense to fly in and fly out. I don't got it like that. But it would be a week. But again, I don't want to talk about Paris until May 1st. Because New York is up on the agenda first.
Okay, New York then moved to Paris.
But you see, your concern is not Paris. Your concern is not the concert. Your concern is who's paying. And I told your black ass, I'm paying. I did not have time to find someone to have them pay. So I'm paying. That's the only thing you're talking about.
If you was like Ayesha Howard, you'd already.
Ayesha Howard.
Huh?
Who's Ayesha Howard? What?
The chick.
Oh, the one we about to talk about?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, no, because she no, because that's her hustle. So she started
hustling
in the beginning. She started, that's her MO. So she's been starting years prior. And you got to start at the bottom and work your way up. And she worked her way up. This person always sending a donation, honey, but you need to up that to a minimum of $5. I'm sorry. I don't care if you send it to Steve or me. I don't care. That 99-cent shit, go wipe your ass with it.
Oh my God. Every little bit.
Go get some balls with it. Don't do no 99 cents. That's an insult to what Steve does and what I do.
Wow.
Anybody sending donations, $5 and up. That goes for Cash Apps as well.
Guys, if y'all have a question, please put a Q. If y'all want to call in, 833-859-87.
Don't give me I don't gotta send nothing. No, don't send nothing. If you can only send $1, keep that $1, honey. If you don't got $5 to give, keep it.
All right. So we're going to be talking about, was Miss Howard, is she a
You want me
mastermind?
talking about men who got money?
Well, I don't really see it as men who have money, because money doesn't help the fact that if your mindset, if you're not right, you're going to get ran. Your money can't protect you from a woman that knows how to move things around. See what I'm saying? So
I don't need dollar donations, Christopher. Maybe you do. I don't. Keep. You need the money more than me. If you go only send in $1.
at least see
This
how
this is not Catholic Charities.
Oh my gosh. We're not gonna lock any doors. What do they say? Lock the doors.
No, we locking the doors up in here. But we're gonna open them if you broke. We're gonna open the doors and ask you to leave if you broke.
Anyway, guys, if you have a question, please ask. We got y'all covered. Lines are open. So let's talk about this. So apparently somebody met a woman, knocked her up, and is kind of screwed. This basketball player.
Well, this is her second bag from her second baller.
Right, second bag. Right.
So he knew who he was dealing with. He knew.
No, he didn't. I don't think
he did. He knew, and he just saw the beauty, and okay, and that's fine. But
the booty.
He saw both. He saw the beauty, the booty, and the boobs.
Yeah,
the triple B's,
and he
boobs and booty.
But he didn't see himself, guys. That's the biggest problem for so many young men. He didn't see himself. And some people were talking about, because she was older. She was what, 30? She's 37 and he's like 23 or something like that. They're saying that there's nothing wrong with
that young.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, I got what's that girl name from Basketball Wives? Because she snagged her 20-something. She's 40.
Yeah. A lot of women are gonna snag a lot of these young men out here. No.
The Cougars were trending a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, Christopher, there's no such thing as a young cat. Nah, we can't use that as an excuse.
What's his name? Anthony what? He just had it. Anthony. Christopher just put it in the chat. Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. Okay, thank you, Christopher. He's not a. No, we've got to stop. Now, we've got to stop doing that. Now, if Anthony Edwards was 9, 10, or 8, we could say that. But y'all, we cannot use you being manipulated as an excuse to saying that, oh, he's young, he's immature. No.
He's immature, but he was wise enough. He was wise enough to pay for the 18 years up front.
Well, no, he was wise enough to pay for the 18 up front. I do give him that credit to pay the 18 up front.
And that's only 1.3 million. So I look at it like this. Listen, how much is he worth? How much is he worth?
I didn't look
that up. Let me look up.
Yeah, because there are places that women seek out athletes, and there are places. So, but even though for many of you guys out here,
40 million.
Okay,
1.3 million. No taxes. That's nothing. That's just his salary for the NBA. That's not his endorsement. So honestly, listen, paying her the 18 years, he didn't want the headache. So let me get rid of the headache. Now it's unfortunate because we don't know if he's going to be active in that child's life. That's the
only thing. That's the only thing. And that's why I stress to these young men out here, please don't knock up these women, especially these raggedy, ratchet ones that do not deserve your semen. They don't deserve it. And so many guys out here, a lot of these people, what are you talking about? Trying to get young women. Nobody, what are you talking about, young man? What are we saying to get young women to get that? That's not true, man. I don't even know where you
leave them alone and stop falling for the
you said y'all stop falling for the okie doke. What I'm saying is, and for many of you guys out here, most of you guys who don't have 40 million, and it's not about your money. And I want to make sure I preface that, gentlemen. It's not about your money. It's about your mentality and your mindset. Most of y'all are marks, because everything y'all do is for women, and everything y'all, matter of fact, they purchase for women. They work out for women. They dress for women. They buy things for women. Everything they do is a surround by a woman. So then when a woman manipulates them, then they want to play the victim. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? We can't sit around and say that, well, she did him wrong. As a grown, he's 23 years old. Matter of fact, they have these, symposiums? Is that what they call? Is that, oh, that's your side, D. They got these symposiums where they talk to these young men about gold diggers and things like that. They talk to these. He does
it with his football players.
Well, they do. I know they do with the football players. I'm sure they do with the basketball players. But every people like that have that kind of money should have a team. But for a lot of young men who don't make 40 million, like I said before, this is not about your money. It's about your mentality and your mindset. When you guys do not really care enough about yourselves and not work on yourselves mentally to stop allowing these bottom of the barrel, low-hanging fruit women that are easy to give you something, and y'all just are just suckers for that. So, but
let me do an update. Let me do an update. Anthony Edwards' ex, Ayesha Howard, pleaded for child support as she continues to duke it out in court with the NBA star, claiming she is unemployed and relying on family support to raise their daughter. According to court documents obtained, Ayesha, 37, asked a Georgia judge to order Anthony, who is 23, to pay her temporary monthly support until a final determination on the amount Anthony will pay is set by the court. Yeah. Ayesha and Anthony share a daughter named something and born in October 2024. The duo submitted to a DNA test in December, which showed the Minnesota Timberwolves star was the biological dad. Ayesha argued Anthony has the legal obligation to provide support for the minor child, and she told the court Anthony is a professional basketball player with an annual gross income excessive of 40 million. So 40 million annually, not total.
Right. So it's not gonna hit him like it would a regular guy.
Is he going to have to pay her $1 million a year for one child going by his income?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But, a lot of you guys, y'all don't have to worry about that. I mean, most of us will never have that kind of, most of us are never going to make in our lifetime 40 million a year like he's making.
Well, hold on, because it says in a court case, the professional athlete made it clear in court that he has no intention on seeking custody or visitations.
Wow, so he's just cutting her off. He's just
support as the only thing to be determined by court.
And that's bad. That's
it's bad for the child, but
the child
more money. You pay more money if you have no visitations and no custody.
Yeah, the child probably end up like mom, but that's bad. But see, that's what I'm saying. Then and that's why I stress to these young men, y'all have to be careful out there about how y'all and who you associate yourself with. He knew but she's getting a double bag. She game. Hey, check your mate. She's good now. She can just ride it off into the sunset and do nothing and get paid. But she made a video. And she's pretty arrogant.
It is. I'm on her side. I am on her side. Yeah. Well, yes, Corey. Thank you.
Thank you, Corey. Appreciate it, Corey. Thank you very much, Corey. Appreciate that. Yeah. Well, you're on her side. I'm on his side. And again, I stress to these young men, they've got to stop and start having more self-worth. A lot of these young men don't have self-worth, and a lot of these young men would just run behind anything and smash whatever opens their legs. And that's the problem for a lot of these young men out here. Money does not matter. It's the mindset. So
one last thing.
Yes.
He is requesting to pay 18 years up front just to be done with this. So that's
yes.
They're waiting for the court decision.
I'll tell you that's a smart move.
Yes, because they're going to base it on what he has now.
Right. And
he can't come back and say, well, I need more because he's making more.
Exactly. Instead of her saying,
smart thing he's done. However, leaving that child without a father, I'm on her side.
Wait, you're on her side for leaving it? What do you mean?
No, I'm on her side because he's leaving a child without a father.
I'm not on hers. I'm on his side because she should have known. Well, she already knew, but she should have put or had some type of protection to not get pregnant, but we know that was an end goal.
Threaten him?
I'm sorry?
She did not threaten him. She did
don't-
not, have a weapon to say you're going to do this. You're not going to put a condom on. She did not force him. She did not.
No, wait, now
She
now you have to,
she did not DRUG him.
no, I didn't say that. No. She
Or
did
that
drug him.
diddy him. She did not diddy him.
No, she drugged him with something even worse than a drug. We're talking not a physical drug.
So her finesse, her word finesse.
Her word finesse and the game that she had.
Y'all men do it all the time.
Wait, no, wait, we're not talking. No, men don't finesse women. Men are honest with women. Liars finesse. There we go. No. I'm saying that what she did and what a lot of women will do to a lot of young men who don't have any self-worth, they'll make them feel special. And I'm sure she made him feel special to a point where he took the condom off, or it was a scenario. I mean, come on, Dana.
B Daddy said it. She's the definition of finesse. Yeah.
She knew. Dana, before they had that unprotected sex, she knew
exactly. Be will have a baby by me and be a millionaire. Yes.
Right. But she knew
the whole song about it.
Yeah, but she knew she didn't have or protected her body.
Let me tell you this: any man that got some money, you're all on marks. I don't care if you call yourself the guy or not. You are all marks. And I'm sorry, even if you call yourself the guy, there are ways that women could poke holes to trap you in.
Well, no, I won't say all, because we can't necessarily say all. We can't necessarily say all. We can say most. Again, money doesn't make you a man. That's at the end of the day. Money does not make you a man. So we can't look at what I'm saying is, Dana, the thing that she knew that before she even started to mess around with him to get pregnant by him, she knew she wasn't on anything. So she knew what she was doing. It wasn't like, oh my God, I slipped up and I made a mistake. She knew that. She knew it. And I give her credit. Listen. This is where what we call dick discipline comes into place, because you really got to make sure you guys are careful about these women, especially if you have money. If you have money, you got to be careful.
Lauren, I was about to say, where are the ladies at tonight? Okay, I see Lauren. Money does not make you a man. It doesn't. But it makes women wealthier.
No, Edward. No, Edward.
Money.
Okay, Edward. What I would say to that, I would say to any man that is done with his legacy and his bloodline, if he chooses to have one, to then get that after he has his future already intact, then I would say do that. But I would never tell a young man to go in and do that, because a athlete got duped. Because it's not the vasectomy that is the problem. It's what's between your ears is the problem, Edward. So no, it's a vasectomy.
So we have Maranatha. Am I saying your name? Hi, Maranatha. Hey.
Yeah. So
not all the ladies, all the women.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that it's not about vasectomies. I don't think you young men understand.
A whole bunch of kids already, and you're a man of a certain age. Okay, why not? But if you, that's not something that you should be promoting. No.
Yeah, exactly. Let me get this call right here. Area code 682. What's your name, sir? And what's your question?
Hey, how you guys doing? This is Joe from New York. I was gonna ask, what would you guys recommend? A high yield savings account or a Roth IRA?
Wait, sir. Can you please get off your speakerphone? We cannot hear you, nor can the room.
Yes, sorry about that. Hello.
What is your question, sir?
Yes. I was going to ask, which one do you guys recommend? A high yield savings account or a Roth IRA for future?
How old are you?
I am 22.
You're 22. So what is you asking for, a IRA Roth or a traditional IRA, right?
Yeah, a Roth IRA or a high yield savings account.
No. I would do an IRA, but do the IRA traditional where you could claim taxes at the end of the year. The other IRA Roth, I forgot what they call it. One of them is you don't claim taxes on it every year. That's for long term. But because you're so young and you don't have any dependents, then get the, I think it's called traditional IRA Roth, to where you could claim taxes on it.
All right, caller. Thank you for the call, buddy. Thank you.
But wait. Did you hang up with him already?
Yeah.
No, I had something else to tell him, because there are a lot of savings accounts now that have over 4% yield.
The reason I let him go, the problem is not his IRAs and all other stuff. He sounds like he's gonna be a mark. He sounds like a woman is gonna get him for all he's got.
I know he was actually calling you in for some financial advice.
No, that's what he should be calling his father. I don't understand. Where's his father?
Maybe he doesn't have one.
Maybe let me call him back. Ask him, does he have his daddy?
Yeah. How about you stop hanging up on people quick?
Let me ask him about his daddy and stuff. Sir, you there, big guy?
Hello. Please state your name after the tone,
Oh my
and
God,
Google Voice will try to connect you.
It's Steve and Dana.
You gonna call him back?
Yeah, it's a Google phone.
Yeah, it's a Google phone, right? Yeah. So, oh well. So let me try one ring.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, big guy. Dana want to talk to you now. I want to ask you. Wait, do you have your father around?
No, he passed when I was 13.
Okay. So Dana, what do you want to say? Because I have something to tell him afterwards.
So get the traditional IRA where you could claim taxes, but look, if you want, and also open up a savings account that have a high yield. So SoFi Bank and Open Bank, they have over 4% yield for savings. So do both.
Mm-hmm. Does the bank matter? Because I know a bank that does 6%.
That does what?
6%.
6? Well, then choose that bank, but do both. Do the IRA traditional where you could claim taxes, and then still open up a high yield savings account. Do both.
Where's the thing that you're putting in as far as the game goes to get your mindset together, dog? What are you doing towards that, buddy? Crickets. Okay. Never mind. You answered my question. All right. Thank you, sir. Well, you're going to be fucked. See, Dan, he's fucked. He's fucked.
I don't think that. I think that
he ran. He's
probably trying to be funny.
Dana, I know I'm not being funny. I just asked.
Maybe he is. That's more for women. That's good for women. Then.
No, it's not good for women. This is exactly what I'm talking about. That young man, I like his question. It was a great question he asked, but the problem is like for a lot of these individuals, without this game, they're going to be marks for women like that basketball player. Sure, he's doing good for himself, and I think that's good, but without him learning this game, he's just a mark for a woman. That's going to take it.
Who does that benefit? Who does it benefit?
The woman is going to.
Exactly. So why would I object?
Well, I know exactly, because you're for the women. I get that. You're for the woman, and
listen. Women want comfort. You know, they want comfort. They want to live in peace. They want to live in peak. You know, they're not trying to do a whole lot of working. So yeah.
So yeah, see, young man, I know you're listening. So you need need some help, dog. Young man, listen, you need some help. Definitely need some help. Guys, lines are open. We got a question, please.
He's a scary troll, because I'm like, you need to open up your mouth and pronunciate. Like, you know, we need to hear you. Like, I noticed these young generations, they mumble, like what?
Well, they can't articulate themselves. They can't really articulate themselves well.
I don't know. Something going on with them. I don't know.
All right, guys, got a question. Put a queue. Lines are open. So are you ready?
I better call in, honey, because this is not going to be a long show.
Be a long show. So do you want to go to the video?
Miss Jordan, she's back. Is she back at work? Is she back from her vacation? Because honey, I'm taking a vacation starting next week.
Yeah, yes and no. She is. Yes and no. So they'll know.
We all doing vacations now. So I'm going on my paid leave next Saturday.
All right. So guys, I got a question. Put a queue. Lines are open. Let's get to the video. Let me move Dana's picture out. The thing out of her face. I know she hates that in her fucking face and stuff like that. All right, here we go. Bam. Here we go. Let's go ahead and play it. Let's see her rebuttal to everybody talking about it. Here we go.
I have a child by a very successful artist, right? From then, I'm viewed as a certain type of woman because I'm beautiful and I have a nice body. And normally women like that attract a certain caliber of men, which is also not my fault. And now that I am in yet another situation where I now have a child with another successful man, there's no telling you guys that I'm not a gold digger. It's no beating those allegations at all. I read comments that say, oh, you're a gold digger, or you kept the baby for a check. What if I came to y'all's pages, right? And I compared the men that you have children with to the men that I have children with. And I said, you were digging for poverty when you picked him to be your baby daddy, weren't you? Oh, you kept that baby for an extra income tax credit, didn't you? And food stamps, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for an extra Section 8 voucher. Is that why you kept your baby?
Okay.
Now, if that was triggering, that's how I feel every time somebody says, do you even love that baby? You kept that baby for a check.
I would love that baby, the pieces, honey, because that baby got me up out of poverty. That baby provided me and her the life of luxury. And she's right. Do I say, oh, you had that baby to get Section 8 to have another kid on your income tax return? You had a baby and you still living in poverty, which is why you're mad at me? Yeah.
I think I'm not even mad.
She has a point. Yes. So if she's a gold digger, okay, yes, dig for gold. That is your purpose with a man, is to dig for gold. Why would you dig for dust? Why? Why would you want to have a baby by a Dusty?
Well, wait a second. What do you mean? Why should she have a baby by a Dusty?
Why would anybody want to dig for dust?
Well, a lot of you're talking about a dusty guy, but I'm telling these guys out there, y'all have got to stop messing with women that don't deserve you. Well, especially low hanging fruit. When that woman is low hanging fruit,
evidently she deserved it because he did it. And Jasper, you're right, creating babies but not families. Say that to Anthony Edwards.
No,
he didn't want the family.
He did not create
a father in that child's life.
He did not. Well, Frankie, I can't blame it on him. What I'm saying is this: before conception happened, she knew she didn't have any protection. She knew that.
Wait, but he knew he didn't have any either. But he's the one holding the bag.
I know.
He's the one that has 40 million annually, not including his annual endorsements. So again, who is the most vulnerable? He is. So why would he, being the man, you should make sure you're never in a vulnerable position. He put himself there to stay there, but you want to blame her. So you want to blame her for one up on him?
No, a lot of young men are vulnerable. I agree, but what I'm also saying is that
there are older men who are vulnerable too.
Well, okay, but I'm just saying if you look at athletes, and I think people don't even understand it, even with Travis Hunter, there's a lot of young men that are great at the sport. They know how to throw a football, they know how to shoot a basketball, they know how to hit a hockey puck, and that's all they work on is their athleticism. But they don't work on their personality. And there's some guys out there who are awkward around women. And then all of a sudden, a person that comes into a lot of money who had problems with women in high school, and they see all these what they call beautiful, attractive, sexy women come their way, they're gonna get blinded by the body and the beauty without thinking all these things through. And that's what I would say happened to that young man. The young man, again, that's why these young men need older guys to teach them to stop running behind women. And this woman right here, again, he knew what she was. Well, maybe he didn't know, because a lot of women play it off, Dana, like, you know what?
He didn't care.
Well, he didn't care. Okay. when somebody who gets what you saw, okay, you saw her photo, someone gets that, right? Being nice to him, sweet to him, loving to him, playing all these female games on him, knowing that she wanted the bag, but it was a long game, because how long were they together for?
I don't know.
And you gotta give it, she played the long game. She played the don't worry about it, I'll get it, probably. It's cool, you know, I don't want your money, I don't want you, I just want you, I just want you, I just want you. And a lot of guys are not rarely hear women say that. So they get caught up into that hoopla of when women are, it's no different than what a stripper does. And I'm not calling her a stripper. I'm just saying, Dana, a stripper knows, okay, everybody knows when they walk into a strip club, Dana, right? They know it's a fantasy, but sometimes that fantasy can be so strong, they might think it's a reality. And that's why they go see the same stripper over and over and over again, keep giving her money just for her to sit on the lap and for her to ask him about his day. You see what I'm saying, Dana? And this is just an average guy. An average guy. How was your day? Talking to him, you know, being nice to him and treating him a certain way. And they get caught up in that. Question right here. Should women option matter to us? Opinions. What do you mean? What do you mean? Dana?
Should women opinion matter? Yes, why not?
No, I don't opinion on what?
That doesn't mean okay, you have to take her advice, but her opinion does matter. Why would you listen to her opinion?
Well, she's allowed to think. I mean, have something to say, but I mean, I don't know if it.
Everybody, if this is someone who you're talking to or someone in your life, why wouldn't her opinion matter?
Well, depending on where she's at with you, you know.
It does. I don't give a shit. If you're having a conversation with someone, a conversation is people, you know, spouting out their opinion. So why wouldn't her opinion matter? And then sometimes if you are in a relationship and you as the man, you know, you're trying to figure something out and she gives you her opinion about something, you could take it under advisement. That don't mean you have to execute it. So yes, a woman's opinion matter. What is the big deal? What are you so afraid of?
Well, no, Dana, the problem is that
that echo, honey, is coming out of your end.
The reason why it matters, but it doesn't matter, is because they think what she's saying is going to get them closer to her legs being open, so they make it matter. That's the problem. We
speaking in general. He just asked a general question. Does a woman opinion matter? Yes.
No.
That doesn't mean you could take it under advisement, but that doesn't mean you have to execute and go through with it.
But I'm just saying there's two different lanes right there. That's based on what most of these guys are doing. They act like they really care and they get caught up in that.
Well, if you don't really care, don't ask her for her opinion.
Well, here's the thing. Again, look at the basketball player that got caught up. See, it wasn't the money thing; it was the feeling. He got him on the feeling.
He didn't ask that woman anything. He fucked her, and he didn't have on a condom.
Right, but
it was that time of month where she was ovulating, and
she knew that she knows her body, and
but he knows his. Like he knows if I ejaculate in a girl, I could potentially get her pregnant if she's not on a pill. So again,
pre-cum can do it as well.
Even that too, exactly. So you know that too. So again, she did not force him. She did not put a gun in that. She didn't do none of that. He knows. She didn't say, "Oh, this is my opinion." Before we have no. This was the time when she probably even give her damn opinion.
If a woman,
maybe he should have asked for her opinion. He should have, and this is to your point, sir. Does a woman opinion matter? Yes, because you need to ask her opinion so you can avoid such situations like these, because you can see where her head is at.
If a woman can sucker these guys to take women out to dinner and not give them anything, what do you think she did to him to make him get up inside her with no rubber on? That's what I'm saying, Dana. But
you don't gotta do nothing.
That's the whole point. He was green. He was open.
And a lot of these guys don't want to use a condom because they don't like the way it feels. A lot of times she didn't have to do. I bet you she didn't have to say or do or convince nothing.
I don't know. Well, no, I think she did, but I want a lot of young men.
What do you think she did?
Well, she put that mojo on them. A lot of guys are not used to the lifestyle that those that have game. So they're not used to women manipulating them because they're marks. See, the thing is that a lot of these young men, Dana, when it comes to finances, there are a lot of men out there that are good with stock. They're good with trading. They have high-end jobs, right? They worked hard all through school to get the bag, but they never got the personality.
B Daddy said her looks and body did most of the talking. Exactly.
Well, right. Well, that's what I'm saying. But again, these person who have the bag,
she didn't have to really open up her mouth. She didn't spout no opinion. So what he should have did, he should have said, okay, her body and mouth is doing a whole bunch of talking to me, but I don't hear anything coming out of her. So maybe I need to ask her. He didn't care about none of that. He just dove right in, unprotected. He dove into the ocean without a life jacket. Whose fault is that? Nobody didn't tell you to jump off the Titanic, because you know what your options are if you do.
Well, I'm saying that if you look at the average guy that will take a woman out to dinner to try to impress her, think what she did. Okay, remember, you women don't have to do much.
Analogy I just said. Nobody didn't tell you to jump off the Titanic, but the Titanic was sinking anyway. So again, so you should say to yourself, if I jump off the Titanic before it even hit that iceberg, I know I'm automatically going to die, right? But now that the boat is sinking, you want to make sure that you hop your ass on the lifeboat.
No,
need a condom. Because do you want to drown or do you want to save yourself? How do you save yourself if the boat is sinking? Get on the lifeboat. But he drowned in the Titanic.
Well, what I'm saying is
he was Leonardo.
He was sat on the side of the boat, became fish food while she lived her life and was smashed.
Yes.
And but hey, again, all for the ass. All these guys are doing everything for the ass, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't understand, and I get it. It means nothing to him, and I get it. But for many of you guys, you don't have millions.
Well, no. He's not going to just pay $1 million. It's for 18 years. So the judge may say 1 million for the 18. That's going to probably be
18 million. Yeah. It's going to be 18 million.
Which is still cheaper.
Yeah, cheaper. It's going to be cheaper. But for many of you guys, you don't have millions in your bank account. And I don't want you wasting your money paying for a child that you really don't want. That was born of a pluck versus, you know what, that child, let's create a child together. So, a child, as you can see, Dana, that he doesn't care about that child because that child was born or created.
I didn't see men, especially y'all older men. It's easy to suck y'all up, but
oh man,
I look at y'all like, don't sit up here and blame them. When you're 50 years old, dude, you know what happens when you lay down with a woman unprotected. You mean to tell me at 50, 40, 60, you don't know how to control your sperm? So don't you starting all over from scratch, where you probably got grandkids and you got all grown kids. So listening with that shit is her fault. No, it ain't her fault. You laid your funky ass down with her unprotected. And this is the end result. Are you a child? No, you are not. Did she put you in a full Nelson? No. She did not pin you down and hop on you. No.
She doesn't have to.
She doesn't ran her ass down. You probably ran her down begging. And then she finally gave you some and you just dove right in without thinking.
Oh, no. It doesn't work like that because as I said, Dana, women what do women have to do to get these guys to bend over back? Let's look at the power of women to a weak-minded person. Okay, let's look at the power of that. Okay, let's take it step by 3 steps. Let's just take it 3 steps. So step number 1, Women have so much power over these weak thinking guys. They're scared to even talk to women, approach women. They are nervous, and they women are special, right? That's step one. So that gives women power right there. And then those who are lucky enough to get a woman or have one interest in, these guys feel like I've got to impress her and I've got to take her out to dinner. And she has done nothing for me, but I got to try to impress her, and I've got to do all these circus tricks and stuff like that. Now we're looking at someone that has millions of dollars. Now, I want you to think about something. So a woman, the first step, she didn't do anything, and the guys are scared. The second step, she didn't do anything, and the guys still want to buy her dinners. This one didn't do anything. She just positioned herself in the right way to make this guy feel like, now wait, what I say in the third thing, in the third scenario, I think she put her feminine wiles on her. I think she was a smooth aggressor, not pushing herself up on him, but doing like the boiling frog. I mean, if y'all don't understand, because the boiling frog analogy, I think she did a boiling frog analogy on him. Guys, if y'all know the boiling frog analogy, Dana, you know the boiling frog analogy, right? Okay, well, guys, the boiling frog analogy is this: if you throw a frog in the boiling water,
boring, but go ahead.
If you throw a frog in the boiling water, it's going to jump right out. But guys, if you put the frog in lukewarm water and then turn it up and slowly seduces him, then all of us, turn the heat up slowly. Absolutely, you'll cook him that way, and that's what she did.
Okay.
I totally agree to you.
Analogy, but
no, it was a boring analogy because what's happening is, on that level, when you have money, they're not going to be aggressive, but they're going to be more seductive and make you feel like that.
Which is why you're blaming her and not him.
Well, I blame him for his ignorance, but I blame her for the baby.
Why?
Well, okay. Once she knew that she was ovulating, she should have protected her body, which she didn't.
She probably knew she was. Like, who's that? Last time nobody keeping up with no damn ovulation.
Okay, but once
No. She was going through perimenopause at 38. So the fact is that it don't matter. It don't matter. But let's say this. No. Let's say this. Her intentions were, if I get pregnant, I get pregnant. Her intentions. So it's like, I don't care if I get pregnant or not. But what was his intention?
Dana.
And she's going to take care of the child and love the child regardless. So her intentions is, if I get pregnant, that's fine with me. If I don't, that's fine with me. Okay. What was his intention? How can you blame someone who is willing to take the responsibility of whatever may happen out of that situation?
Hey, Dana, I get it. If it's an
he did what on purpose, God? She had sex with him on purpose.
Dana,
wait, slow down, Steve. If she has sex with him on purpose, then what was his role in it? He had sex with her because he was intimidated, because he was forced.
He wasn't forced. There was no intimidation. Dana, if he's an average guy, what you're saying is right. If he's an average guy, we're talking someone that has millions. So you don't think there's a calendar somewhere on her wall or on her phone?
Let's just say, wait. You're absolutely right. And he knows the industry that he's in. So why he should know, I need to protect myself because of my career, because of the position that I'm in. So you're giving this man a pass after pass. You're giving him a pass for being immature, for being stupid and irresponsible. You're giving him a pass for being irresponsible.
Same blind guy on a lower level.
Steve, what you're doing, you want the women to be responsible for your life decisions.
No.
What was you saying? She should have known not to take advantage of him. She should have known not to get pregnant and ruin his life, or to put the baby. She should have known. And it's not his fault. It's her fault. He did nothing wrong. Him being irresponsible, that's okay, because it's still her fault.
Dana, it's the same blind guy that takes him.
Blind. He's blind. He doesn't know any better.
It's the same thing. A lot of guys that take women out to eat, knowing these women don't like them, cannot see what's in front of them. A lot of these guys who don't have the game, they can't see what's in front of them. No matter how many zeros in your bank account.
Some guys don't take women out to have sex on a first date. Some guys don't care if some guys don't care. It's okay. I'm not having sex with her, but I'm still going to take her out to eat because this is where I like to go. So no, you can't sit up. That's a horrible analogy.
That's not a horrible analogy. That's crazy.
It's crazy that you're sitting up here and you giving a man all these excuses and you blaming a woman. So that means that we're stronger than you. That means you're weak as a man. If you're blaming us, and that means that you are the one that needs to be led.
I will show you again blindness because apparently,
you need us to lead you.
No, you don't. No, they are already.
He was blind, and I'm not blind. So you need us to lead you if you're blind.
A lot of young men are blind by feminine.
Okay, so then you need us to lead you.
No, that's
if you're blind. How can you see?
Those that have game don't get caught up in that.
It doesn't matter what he doesn't have game, but you're still blaming her. No, Steve. We're talking. You putting blame on her.
She ran him.
Right then, and you also, and your excuse for him is he was blind. So again, how can you blame her for being a leader?
All right, Dana, I'm gonna show you another video.
No, I want you to answer that question. How can you blame her for being a leader? She was leading the blind.
I blame her because she knew every move. She was 20 moves ahead of him.
Because listen, Steve, you said because he was blind. So how can you blame her for leading the blind?
I can't blame her on that thing to lead the blind on that point. I told you a lot of young men are blinded by their ignorance and their thirst and their desperation to be wanted or to be loved or to be cared for by a woman. That was
you are a fag.
She knew
you are a fag. Put Marcus comment up. Marcus, you're a fag.
Wait, what did Marcus say?
Is it Marcus or Marquise?
Come on, dude. That's not even. Come on, Marquise. Dog. Come on, dog.
You worried about her lipstick says it all, honey. Honey, bitch. This is. Let me Pat McGrath, honey. Yeah, what you wear, Rihanna? You wear Rihanna, honey. I wear Pat Miss McGrath.
So, guys, lines are open. We got a question. Put it cute. Lines are open. So
my lipstick says everything, bitch. Because
Dana,
it's not cheap.
All right,
quality.
Back on the show. So, Dana, what I'm saying is I'm going to give you an example.
Butch Queen.
Of the same exact thing. Somebody being blinded, knowing she wasn't shit. Dana, you done talking? Let me know when you're done talking to him so you finish. Let me know you done.
Butch Queen. Yeah. Pat McGrath. Black woman. Billionaire. She owned her own cosmetic company, bitch. Since you want to know so much about my lipstick, because you love it. But you want to get that cheap ass Rihanna shit. That get your lips itching.
Wow, it lips itch that way.
I put that bitch lip gloss, honey. It smelled good. It even looks good. But my lips started tingling. I said, oh, hell no. See, I've never had this problem with Pat McGrath. Miss McGrath. Shit. Okay.
All right, guys, lines are open. We got a question. Please put a Q. We got y'all. So again, now, Dana, what I want to do is I want to give you a prime example. You can't, again, blinded, Dana, blinded, the key word, blinded by a woman. All right? Blinded by a woman. Now, watch this. I want to show you this right here. This is a prime example of how, now remember, this is someone who doesn't have money.
No, honey, I don't have no religious podcast.
All right, here we go.
But I do pray. I believe. Oh my God, I was going to
house, babe. I just bought it.
Saved.
This house?
Yeah, this house, babe. What's wrong?
This not the house we agreed on. Why would you do that?
This is what I could afford, babe. I bought this because it's what I could afford.
You care about me being happy or you being happy?
See, this okay. I'll stop it right there, Dana. This is the whole point that I'm saying for young men. It doesn't matter how many zeros you have. If you don't have any game, you're gonna be a sucker like this because that woman wasn't shit. He knew okay, you know what, Dana? And I'm gonna give you credit right here. Because a lot of these guys who don't have any game and worship women will accept anything that comes their way. And he knew she wasn't shit from the get-go. He probably begged for the pussy, Dana. He probably begged to take her out. He probably begged for a relationship. And look how she treated him. I guarantee she's been treating him the same way since they met each other, and he didn't see it. And that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of blind. We're going to play the rest of it, Dana. I won't get your opinion. There's a lot of blind spots with these young men today, and they don't even see a ratchet ass person, no matter what color she is. They can't recognize ratchet and low hanging fruit. That shitty attitude of hers. Dana, what say you before I play the rest of this? Because I know that was one that I guess you want to play, but Dana,
are you going to blame her? You're blaming her?
Am I going to blame her?
You blaming her?
I can't blame her. I blame him. I blame him. He should have never been with her. He should have never had kids by her, and he should have never bought her a house. And he shouldn't be explaining himself to her.
So why can't that be the same for Anthony?
What do you mean? Why it can't be the same by Anthony?
Why you not blaming Anthony, but you blaming Ayesha?
Only thing I blame Anthony on is because he's open. He didn't have any game. He was a mark. And that's his problem. He was more focused on the basketball than his personality and who he is. And that's where a lot of guys go wrong. They're doing everything for women, but nothing for themselves. And that's going to leave him open to all these women out here. So I blame him for that. And I blame this guy for the same thing. But we're not done playing the clip. But do you want to finish playing the clip, or did you want to say something before Man, what a gump, dog. My God.
Because I'm not happy with this. This is not what you was supposed to have bought. I
care about both of us being happy, and you're not making no payments.
I don't care about that. I'm not gonna want to stay here. I'd rather stay where we at now.
Where we at right now, we renting. We own in here. You know, the property value can go up.
No.
You ain't even seen the inside.
I don't want to see the inside. To me, it looks no. To be honest.
What's wrong with this house?
It's small. Look at that little window. Like, it's small. Like, I don't even want to be here. And then you talking about some that you can afford it. Like, you can afford better than this.
You don't spend all your money on the house, babe. You got to keep something in the bank.
Okay, and we have enough in the bank to get something better than this. This is not what I expected to how I wanted to live my life. Certain enough for my kids.
You gonna help me pay the bills, babe?
No.
Okay, so then what? Let's go see the house. Let's go at least look in the house.
Come on, who car?
This is an agent car. Golly. No. Not something wrong with his car.
All right, let's stop. We can stop right there real quick before we get into the rest
while we're stopping right there, honey, I'm going to stop on The Real Dana, and I want you guys to check out my premiere video at 9 p.m. coming up in 4 minutes, and then head to the Dusty Chronicles. Bye. On The Real Dana.
If y'all have a question, please put a queue. Lines are open. So Dana, real quick before we continue. All right. So Dana, who is she, a mastermind or is she a gold digger?
She's an ungrateful wife, but
a mastermind.
She's a mastermind. She's a mastermind.
This is what young guys don't understand. He created this. Dana, she would not do that with a real man. She wouldn't act that way because we get rid of her. Nobody's going to allow some woman to talk like that. But just like the basketball player, women have a way to manipulate marks and run through guys easily. So what would you at? What do you say? Would you have brought her into that house?
He shouldn't have even married her. See,
period. I agree.
Yeah, so there were signs that was already there
from the beginning.
Yes,
from the beginning, and that's what happened. We got a call. Wait, I think this is a prank call, so let's throw that one in. But go ahead. All right, so Dana, yeah, I think Dana from the beginning, it was. Oh wait, let me see. Maybe it's not. Wait, I think I got the wrong call because I got the same number that came in. Let me call it back. I maybe made a mistake because I don't see them as blocked. 309. What's your name? What's your question? 309 going once, 309 going twice, 309 last time. I knew it. I was right. I was right. It was a kid. I was right. So I blocked it the first time. I thought I was right. But Dana, so let's continue to keep going on this thing. And now they're going inside and look at the disrespect. Here we go.
This is a mess. Look at the neighborhood. Nobody don't even rake up the leaves. Come on, open the door.
You tripping, bro. You tripping. Man, come here.
Boy, what is this, a closet? Is this a closet?
All this space, and you call it a closet? We got 3 bedrooms in here.
We have a sectional. How are we supposed to fit our sectional in here?
Right here, somewhere.
This is crazy. And you done got Wi-Fi.
Take your shoes off, babe. I just got done cleaning.
Like, now you're being disrespectful. Like, I'm not really feeling this. Let me see the master. Come on.
Why? What's wrong with come on. The basket back here, babe. What's wrong with this?
This is a hot mess.
What's wrong with
the wall is done. Like, you're going to have to do a whole lot of renovating. I don't want these little country apartment doors in here. This the master?
This the master bedroom, babe.
You signed documents already for this?
Yeah, this is our house. I already paid the down payment and everything.
Can we get a refund?
Why we need to get
We can't get a refund at all.
No, that's not how it works. Once you sign the documents, baby,
once you do some type of refund, because we're not staying here. You're not staying here. The kid's not staying here. Nobody's staying here. It's just gonna be a ghost house. Exactly what it is.
Do you see how he is kissing her ass? Do you see it? This is what I'm talking about. When a woman knows you're a sucker and a woman knows that you're weak, they are going to take advantage of you. Period. You guys are a mark when y'all don't learn the game. When y'all do all this silly stuff for women, buying that house for that woman didn't deserve anything, Dana. Not even coffee, ice cream, or going to lake, spread your ass cheeks to feed the ducks. She didn't deserve anything, Dana.
She didn't deserve
anything.
She didn't deserve the ring that he gave her. So what are we really talking about here?
Well, a lot of guys can't see the signs. Again, if the basketball players saw the sign that he was with a woman that is a manipulator, he would have woke up. But a lot of guys don't see the signs. That's the problem. A lot of young men don't see the signs. All these guys want to, y'all want to buy women. What is it, Dana? You tell them, Ruth, what is that place that you always talk about where they just spend like $300? What is that crazy place?
Upscale restaurants.
Y'all guys want to spend all that money trying to impress women. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself spending money on women. You should never spend money on a woman whatsoever, nor should you get any of these raggedy women knocked up, especially ratchet ones. Both those women were ratchet, Dana. Ratchet. So let us go, guys. Lines are open. Dana, let's get to the... Yeah, that was it.
Well, here's the thing. Let me defend her a little bit.
All right.
Did you discuss, maybe they were discussing on buying another house. And the discussion could have been, okay, we need a bigger place. We want to own something, but we're looking for a certain size. Maybe that was the discussion they had prior. Because sometimes you have a discussion with your mate, and then he shows you something totally different at 360. And you're looking at him like, well, what happened to what we discussed? And you agreed. And I said, okay, I'm down for it. But then now you do this when we both said, yes, we need a bigger space. It don't got to be 10,000 square feet. But he could have said, I know we need a bigger space and I want to own. So let's look at a reasonable size and let's buy a home. Not let's buy a home, but we're going to downgrade. And he could have, and if that was the case, why didn't you say we're going to downgrade so that I could save up to buy an investment property or whatever? That wasn't even a discussion. So what was the initial discussion? So I'm not going to keep kicking her back. And even though her performance, I don't know if that was said, because if that was the case, she should have said, this is what we did not discuss. This is what you did not say that you was going to do, and I agreed and went along with you. You did something totally different. Now, maybe that was the case and she just didn't say it, but that's the attitude that I'm getting. She was disappointed. She knew they were buying a home. Why would you buy a smaller home? Oh, to save money. And it's like, I don't know.
Well, okay.
Something is missing there. It's not all her fault.
The only thing in her favor, if there's one thing, the only thing, Dan, is one little thing I'll just say in her favor. And this is how it should have been. Mm-hmm. He should have, they should have had a discussion because they're married. They should have had a discussion and at a price point of how much, what can we afford? Okay, what can we afford, right? Mm-hmm. And then from that point, going around and looking at things that they both can agree on that, because again, he kind of surprised her with it, but I can see he was trying to do something special for her, but it backfired because you can tell she's just unappreciative.
Trying to do something special for her. I think he wanted to own a home and he probably got it dirt cheap. It's a starter home. Oh,
and,
and that's fine. And that's fine if that's what you could afford. But yes. was that the prior discussion you had with your wife?
Well, there was no discussion. That was saying there's no discussion. So
and that was wrong on his part.
Right. That communication. But what the thing he could have done is they could have went, like, let's say $500,000 house, whatever, or 400,000, right? So they could have looked at
because that's what she should have said.
They could have looked at houses around that range and let her choose 3 or 4 of them, and then he purchased one of those. Then it'd probably been more better. But I think he was trying to just say, "Look, baby, I got us something." And and what did God say? It would be clear that my husband can see what we're doing. But let's not give the property 3 years to upgrade. If we can keep an investment property, but 3 years only booking.
That's what she did. That's what she should have said to her husband. Then I can see what you're doing, but so we're moving here, but let's do this. Being that it's so cheap, it gives us more time to save more. So let's just stay here for 3 years and then rent this and we buy something bigger. That's how she should have.
Well, the support should have been, thank you. I appreciate it. It's not really pleasing to my eyes, but you know what?
I know. Well, you say, listen, if she was disappointed, but like, well, we didn't discuss this. We discussed it. We needed a bigger place. This is actually smaller. I said, and then she could have asked him a question. Well, is this just something temporarily? Let's just say we're here for 3 years and it allows us to save more money to get something bigger. And then this becomes our investment property. It should have been that type of dialogue. Not, what is this? I ain't moving in here. Why you do this? I don't want that. No. What? No.
Yeah.
But she was doing that before they got married. She was doing
that's the point. You're right. That's the problem.
It's his fault.
Oh no. It's definitely listen. He had so many faults in all this. The fact that he even started talking to her, and this is where a lot of y'all guys look at a woman, y'all like, oh, she's so sexy, and y'all don't check underneath the hood, and then this is what you get: a ratchet, raggedy woman. Because oh my God, she probably put more money in it. I'm sorry,
under the hood and he checked in the trunk. And he wanted that. He wanted that. And you're right, guys, love. She was very unpleasant. But you know what? She was unpleasant from day one at Hello.
At Hello, he knew. But because remember, self-worth. Okay, self-worth is important in this thing, guys. A lot of young men don't have any value in themselves. And they will place validation in the person that they're in because maybe they never got it from mom or somebody. So they want to feel something from somebody. And that's when he rolled up on that chick. And she probably, again, threw a little bit on him and everything like that. Hooked him in.
Because he was weak.
Well, a lot of young men have a weaker.
Well, no, he's not young. He's not young. He's a grown man. He's middle age. So I'm sorry. He's like he's 30 and up. So no, he's just weak and he's always going to be weak. And she knows that. He's the beta and she's the alpha.
Well, again, most guys out there are in beta positions because they don't have any value or self-worth. They place a higher value on women than they do themselves, and they feel that they got to impress these women, and this is where they go wrong.
Exactly, Deborah. That's what he likes. And you see, Steve, you need to recognize
that's what who likes.
Do you guys like women like that?
Nah,
because you know why? Because you say to yourself, I could change her. And the thing is, you cannot change what is inside a person. That person has to consciously want to change.
Well, that's the whole point. That's my whole point. I won't necessarily say a mental disorder, but it is Rio, when you don't love or have any self-worth, it is truly a mental disorder, because it doesn't make any sense why the majority of these guys out here place so much value on women where they're doing all this silly stuff that they're doing. It blows my mind. And there is no way, guys, and I'm telling you guys, if y'all don't learn this game, this is going to be your end result. Not like that, but most of you guys right now are getting dog walked, disrespected, walked over and treated bad by some woman that you're still talking to, that you're entertaining, and you're trying to get. So y'all got to wake up. Dana, let's get to your videos that you have. Guys, if y'all have a question, put a Q. Lines are open. We got you. Dana, what else do you have? What else do you have on the pipe in as your thing? We'll pop yours up. But guys, you have a question going, we got y'all covered. But yeah, guys, we'll definitely talk more about this when we chop it up. But let's get to this right here. Guys, got a question, please put a Q. We got y'all covered. Here we go.
We haven't seen this one. We haven't talked about this one in a minute.
I don't even know what that is.
You used to like this one. So this says, the secret of dating a struggling man.
Oh my God.
A person will show you who they truly are when you have nothing to offer them. When you have little to no benefit to offer is when you will see what a person is truly about.
Then there's something popped in making some noise on the back end. All right, yeah, fix that.
I don't hear anything.
Well, yeah, it was just. All right, try it again.
Okay, give me a second. Yeah, that was my thing.
We know. Sure, it wasn't mine.
No, nigga, you don't know. Negro, colored. No color, you don't know. What do you prefer? Negro, colored, or nigga?
Go on, let's go.
Pull me back up for a second. I just want to ask you that question. Pull it. What do you prefer? Do you prefer Negro, colored, or nigga?
What does who prefer?
You,
sir.
What I'm talking about ethnicity, race. I'm talking about race.
I don't do all that race. I don't do all that race stuff, man. I don't do all that. You say I don't care.
Or Negro.
I don't care. Call me Buckwheat. I don't care. It doesn't bother. This is words.
I'm like, nigga, that don't bother you, nigga? If I don't nigga, no.
I hear everything. So I hear a little bit of everything. So
you colored boy.
Oh my God! Can we get back to the thing? Go ahead and play that thing. Go ahead.
All right, let me know if you hear that.
Go ahead.
Person will show you who they truly are when you have nothing to offer them. When you have little to no benefit to offer is when you will see what a person is truly about and where your relationship stands. A lot of women neglect the beauty of dating a struggling man, but that's where the foundation of trust is built. The loyalty, the commitment, because he's not trying to win you over with any money because he doesn't have it. He's going to win you over with effort, consistency, and that comes with respect. See, you only value and respect something that you had to work hard to get. He understands the sweat, the long days, the living paycheck to paycheck, the goal setting, working overtime just to take you somewhere nice, etc. That's where 90% of the time the guy with wealth falls short. He has no respect for you. He didn't put in any effort with you. He didn't have to work to build a foundation with you. He simply bought you.
Just imagine your partner.
All right. So what is your take on that BS?
Well, I disagree. That the last part, when she was talking about the guy with money, those they really don't put no effort in or really don't care. I kind of agree with that to a certain degree, but that first part, I'm not dating nobody who's struggling. I'm sorry. Give me the one that act like he don't care or don't treat me right. Why? because I know when to exit. I'm not going to stay anywhere and be abused mentally, emotionally, and physically, and none of that. But not all men with money act like that. So she's placing men with money to be complete narcissists, unruly assholes. And there are a lot of men with money who are very nice and pleasant. So I'll take the higher earner man, Alec, for 300. What was it? The 1,000? Because I'm not doing nothing that's struggling. I get it. If you're in your 20s and we both broke, blah, 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 and you Jeff Bezos from the beginning, all right, then we in the ball paint together, but we in our 20s. I'm not doing that now. Not in my 40s. I didn't even do it in my 30s. So no, boo-boo. I'm not dealing with nobody that's struggling. Struggle, and then come after you struggle, then come get me.
All right, gentlemen, please understand this. I know you're going to have ups and downs when you are growing and you're trying to find your way in life and everything.
Violin sounds.
But gentlemen, I don't want y'all ever to talk about finances with no woman. Don't talk about what's going on in your life. You never discuss your job. You don't discuss your finances. You don't discuss your struggle or your money situations with a woman, period. You don't do that. That's crazy to me. So it is not about all this struggle stuff, because guys, y'all are going to have ups and downs, but that doesn't take away from who you are as a man. See, this is where Dana gets it all twisted and wrong. At the end of the day, when y'all learn the game the right way, gentlemen, your money does not matter to a woman. It will not matter to a woman. It will be about you. So, gentlemen, stop talking about your finances. It is none of her business. She should know, yeah, okay, maybe you can't afford a nice apartment. That's fine. It doesn't make you a bad person because you don't have a nice apartment, you don't have a nice car, and you don't have nice clothes. Get what you can afford. And I promise you, if you just stand on that and you appreciate who you are, which has more value than all these materialistic things, they're going to respect you. All that stuff Dana talking about, man, look, y'all are going to struggle. When y'all are getting out of high school, y'all going to have bills and all that other stuff. You're going to struggle, be in debt. But the problem is, Dana, you don't talk about your finances to a woman. That's none of her business. None, Dana.
I agree with you on that. But like I said, in your 20s, that's different. Jeff Bezos and his first wife, they met in their 20s. That's different. But in my 40s, and you struggling, we don't got nothing in common.
Well, they're okay.
In my 30s, and you're struggling, we don't got nothing in common.
Well, okay. There's a lot of young men. Okay, now no excuses, Dana. I'm not making excuses here. There's a lot of immature grown-ups who still try to live this lifestyle for women, or they try to keep up with the Joneses or the Jacksons or whatever you want to call it. They're trying to keep up with the world of society where they're putting themselves in more debt than saving their money. So sometimes they wake up a little too late. But regardless if they have money or not, Dane, it's not about the money. It's the mindset that comes with not or having money that's going to be a game changer to a woman. She doesn't care if you don't have money. She just cares if you're actually a man.
She's stupid.
Why would she be?
I don't count no man's coins, but I care if you are a dusty. Yes, I do.
Wait. So wait. As long as
I'm already a dusty. So it can't you can't be a dust and I can't be dust. That's gonna equal dust. Somebody got to do something, and it ain't gonna be me.
As long as you are paying your bills, gentlemen, you're not a dusty. I don't care where you're living, long as you are taking care of yourself.
And
that doesn't
her.
No, but you do not spend any of your money on women. They don't deserve your money.
Pull up Fighter King's comment.
Who?
Fighter King.
I'm 28 and broke and living with my mom.
No pressure.
Anyway, I'm just saying.
I think he's honest, honey. I don't blame him.
Anyway, no, there is pressure.
Maybe
is pressure.
make sure you save your money.
No, there is pressure. See, people like that, not only do you not have game and you have a loser mentality, but you're not a responsible individual, dog. There's something. This is what, Dana, what I'm saying is there is this thing where a lot of these young men, they want to fuck around and find out. You know what I mean? They think they got forever, and time is gonna move really fast on you guys. And I'm just saying that your money, gentlemen, is your money. Your money is not her money. You are not to pay her bills. You're not supposed to give her money. You're not supposed to spend things on her. I don't understand, but hey, you know what, Dana? They do it for pussy. They will spend and waste money. You better off throwing it in a fire than you spending it on a woman. When you don't have it, guys, you don't need to give it. What you need to give her is showing her something that she's not used to, and that's a man. That's a man. Dana, are you ready for the next one? Or do you have it?
Roosevelt, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. That's a lie, sir. You're a liar. But go ahead and carry on, because people can say anything and everything in chats.
Now, anyway, guys, like I said, guys, y'all got to wake up from this. Y'all cannot allow these women to run y'all like this. Y'all wasting and losing your money. Don't do this, gentlemen. Y'all got to be better men. Take care of yourself. Create and build. Don't spend your money on women like this. It is crazy.
And don't spend your money.
Do not.
Do
not.
On yourself, on your kids, and your woman.
No. Hey, look, if they don't want them kids, they ain't gonna spend it. Not all kids are equal. All kids are not equal.
I'm gonna play the whole 8 minutes, just the beginning part.
I just played the beginning. Which we got?
I mean, unless you want me to and break it up, but whatever.
Let's see what we got.
So you have clients, I'm guessing in both London and Dubai.
Yes.
And you talked a little bit about these interesting standards. And I think you're right. I mean, there are so many options here that maybe you don't have to have that significant other. Whereas in the UK, in your life of toil and darkness, you need somebody to hold on to at the end of the day just to make it through.
Yeah, I was so sometimes I'd have clients come to me and there'd been these awful toxic relationships. So they don't even like each other. They genuinely hate each other.
FYI, I think she got a nose job, and I'm upset if she did.
Well, let me FYI on her. This is why y'all don't listen to women dating coach. I like some of the stuff she's saying, but she's a woman at the end of the day.
Oh, what? First of all, she is board certified.
Board certified doesn't mean nothing. Find a pipe.
It means everything. It means everything.
Wait. Do you? So you're telling me that she ain't meet some guy that got that booty for free? That all that stuff she said.
She's married to take care of her very well.
No. Hold on, Dana. All that board certification, all that stuff she's saying does not matter.
That board certification landed her multi-millionaire.
You tell me she ain't give that ass up for free?
No, she lives in Dubai. She don't pay mortgage. She don't pay rent. She don't pay bills. Her money is her money.
Oh my God. Here we go. Let us continue. Here we go. Go ahead, Dana. Here you go, Dana. You got it. Go ahead.
They're not even attracted to each other. They have nothing in common and they're fighting to make it work. They won't let go of each other. And I'd always have this kind of but why? I couldn't understand why. But when I go to London in December, November, and I look outside the window and it's raining, it's miserable, I'm like, I completely get it. If you don't have a friends and family, even if you do, you don't even visit them that much. So if you're home by yourself and it's dark and miserable, it's almost better to choose the comfort of the chaos than otherwise it's just isolation. So then I had a complete understanding of why they stay in these really
Dana, wait. What is she talking about? Confident? What chaos? What's the chaos?
They don't like each other.
Wait. So she's telling people you should be comfortable in chaos?
Wait, I didn't catch that. I don't think
you might have to go back a little bit because I know she didn't say that. But let's go back a little bit. I could have swore she said.
Understand why?
Go ahead, play that.
But when I go to London in December, November, and I look outside the window and it's raining, it's miserable, I'm like, I completely get it. If you don't have a friends and family, even if you do, you don't even visit them that much. So if you're home by yourself and it's dark and miserable, it's almost better to choose the comfort of the chaos than otherwise it's just isolation.
Okay, yeah, she did.
So wait, I want to now. Is she saying by being alone, confident chaos, or being with somebody that's disrespectful? What is she saying?
Well, I guess she's saying that you realize that y'all have nothing in common, but you're living in a dreary place, so you're going to cling on to that person so that you're not alone. So get comfortable in, I guess, the chaos because
Gentlemen, this is why I keep telling y'all don't listen to these women out here with that silly stuff. You're not going to find any confidence in chaos. You're going to get rid of the chaos. A man gets rid of chaos. He is not going to find confidence in chaos. He's getting rid of chaos. Why would a man want to be around a disrespectful woman that is not following his program? Goodbye. Why would you're just rewarding her bad behavior. You're just telling her it's okay for you to keep on yelling, screaming, complaining, bitching, whining, and moaning. And I'm going to keep rewarding your behavior by just being, I'm just going to be comfortable. You know what? I'm just going to close the door and run away from it. Man, come on. I know she's not saying that. Dana, come on, Dana. That's crazy. Let's hear the rest of this book. Let's hear the rest of this. Guys, I got a question. Put a Q. Line zone. Let's hear the rest of this.
But then I had a complete understanding of why they stay in these really unfulfilling relationships. So I think it helps because then I become less judgmental, because I normally would be like, but you can leave, like you can be in a healthy scenario, but the alternatives are so minimal in certain cultures and certain environments that I can understand why people stay.
Okay. No, stop. So people are looking at that.
Stop. Dana.
I don't want to stop every 30 seconds. I don't.
Okay. I'm just sorry. I'll stop. We do every minute, but this is why you don't listen to women. She don't know what she's talking about. Guys, y'all do not sit around.
Play. You won't let it play, Steve. Stop. Let it play.
A dark day and that rain coming out, and they're in a relationship that they don't really want to be in. How do you tell people to break a relationship? And do you have to say to them, look, there is a way to get into the next relationship? Because I'm guessing a lot of people, especially if they've been in marriages for 10 or 20 years, they think, I'm never going to find someone else. I don't want to go on a dating app.
Of course.
And how do you walk people through that?
Well, here's what I say to them. Just imagine your partner doesn't change at all for the rest of your life. Nothing changes. They're exactly how you met them today. And then say to yourself, can I accept them for who they are rather than begging them to change? The moment you ask yourself that question, can I accept them? Because they're not going to change. Majority of people, even if you look at your own parents, I know my parents my whole life, they haven't changed drastically. Yeah, they're relatively the same people, which I'm glad, like I'm happy that they are. But in terms of their marriage, they haven't changed much. So people don't change. And they think, well, what if they go therapy? What if they watch a bunch of your podcasts, whatever? But generally, they'll only change if they meet somebody else who has a different set of standards. Now, what I mean by that is if I'm constantly cheating on my husband, I'm disrespecting him, this, that, and the other, chances are I'll never change with my husband because he's tolerated that. But if I choose another man who's got higher standards, maybe I'll change. But with the same person, it's like starting to work really hard at your job when really you're already a president, like the CEO, and you've already been promoted 100 times. Why would you change? But in a new company, you have to show what you're like, your levels. So that's why I would say in this relationship, can you accept them for exactly who they are? If the answer is no way, then I say stop expecting change, and then you have to leave. You're just wasting your own time. But if you can accept who they are, then just accept and stop nagging at them about the things that you don't like. But radical acceptance will help them realize whether or not they can actually put up with this for the rest of their life.
Can we stop it now? Can we stop it now, please? Can we pause it now? That's a good minute or 2 minutes of bullshit. This is why y'all don't listen to women. This is crazy. That is crazy. She's saying accept it? Accept disrespect?
No, she's saying she just said, if you ask yourself the question, can I accept this person for who they are? And the answer is yes, then stop bitching and complaining. But if you ask yourself that same question, can I accept this person for who they are? And the answer is no, then leave. You do have options. You could stay or you could go.
Okay, Dana, that is true. But can she be honest? She doesn't understand that, again, when you place value or place a woman above you, it is hard to leave that person because you think that person is special. And that's their problem. Most of these guys put women above them and their attitude and everything in between. So
look, so this video is 8 minutes, and the title, Why Hot Women Are Attracted to Narcissists Over Nice Guys. So I guess she's talking about the nice guy.
The sucker. All right, let's continue.
Eventually, she's going to get into why women stay with the asshole.
Oh, well, we got
questions about the alpha male versus the nice guy versus the fake alpha male.
Oh, the fake alpha males, the ones with podcast.
Dana, we have a call real quick. Area code 417. What's your name? What's your question?
Hey, it's Brandon Alexander calling in. So I have to see if Dana's going to be honest about this. Like this, what I just stumbled across was crazy. This woman was making this guy apologize online and punching him in the face. Like it's viral, and it's just crazy because it's like, what?
Who do you think? Whose fault is it?
So it was apparently she did that because he was cheating or something.
Whose fault is it?
That's his fault.
So then what are you asking Dana for?
Because
I wanted to know what she thought about this.
Why you want to know what I think? See, somebody wants to what's my opinion, which is very good. My opinion is, sir, I'm gonna have to agree with Steve. Because if you as a man, you call yourself a man, even if you are a young guy, allow anybody to put hands on you and you think that's cool, you are the problem. You are the problem. Even put yourself in a situation in front of someone who is violent like that.
Yeah, I mean, I was just blown away. I couldn't believe that. Like just the fact that I had to send Steve that link in the video.
You don't need to send it. You don't need to send it. What's the difference between him and you guys that worship? Wait a second. What is the difference between that? No. What is the difference between her punching him in his fucking face and you guys scared to talk to women? What's the difference? Tell me, what's the difference? Y'all both are the same person, so what's the difference? You can't believe it. Y'all blow me away with all this. I can't believe this stuff. What is the difference? What is the difference between you guys? You can't even walk up to a woman. Y'all are scared of women. Y'all worry about what women think. Y'all worry about what women say. So what's the difference? She used to
be, but yeah, nah.
It's the same. Look, when you don't have any self-worth, what's the difference? You're going to get dog walked in the beginning, in the middle, and at the end. So what's the difference? It's just that he's at the end result. Most of y'all are walking into that storm. What's the difference? Because y'all both.
I just didn't think that could ever happen in today's world.
Brandon. Wait. Now, wait, Brandon. I never thought in today's world a grown man would be scared to fucking walk up and approach a woman in today's world. So what are you telling me about? If most of y'all are scared to even talk to women, dogs. What are you talking about? You're shocked. It's more shocking. Hey, Dana, it's more shocking that guys can't even talk to women. Dana won't even go up to women because they're scared of them. So what are you talking about, Brandon?
He's literally saying, apologize for doing this to me, and then he's taking in a punch. He's got something in his mouth. I'm like, what? And then she said, do this, and then punched him.
But
again.
okay,
like,
and wait. What's the problem here? What is the problem?
Well, I mean, he didn't tell her that,
Wait a second.
He didn't tell her that he was gonna see other women and be flirtatious. Of course he didn't say that to her, and didn't lay down like how he was.
So do you think he was a man when he first met her, or was he the same sucker that's getting beat up on right now?
Nah, the same sucker.
So then what's the problem?
But I just wanted to share that info, just share that link and see what y'all thought.
That's what I'm saying about y'all guys out here. Y'all want to always sometimes look at the left hand of the spectrum or the right hand of the spectrum. There's not the spectrum. It's you. It's you.
You guys are on the spectrum.
Thank you, and I hate to agree with her.
I would
It's you.
never. I'm just thinking in my head, I would never stumble down that level.
No. You guys, just because she's not hitting you physically, she's beating your ass mentally. She's beating you because you are scared to talk to them. So what's the difference? She's beating you both ways. Whether she's putting her hands on you or not, you're still getting your ass whipped. God, she's so beautiful. She's so, oh my God. Again, Brandon, you used to be in the pickup artist community. Dana, we made a noise. You used to be in the pickup artist community. Yes?
Yeah.
Right? No,
yeah,
stop.
Yes,
Stop.
I used to be.
So
Yeah.
stop. So watch this, Dana. So how can you be shocked at that when I ask you, and I'm not trying to front you, B, but what was so special about a woman that you have to manipulate her, lie to her, and deceive her? What's the difference? What's the difference in her that guy getting his ass whipped than a woman whipping you so bad mentally that you feel that you got to lie to her, use pickup lines, and play games? What's the difference?
See, I used to I thought that was game back then.
Oh my God! What lying to women? See that, Dana? But you see what I'm saying?
That's the crazy part. Now I'm glad to see things clearly now.
Well, no, but you're kind of foggy. But I'm just saying, for you guys out here, y'all always look at what women are doing to these guys.
He said, "I'm glad she see things clearly." Or do you see things clearly, sir?
Oh, yeah.
Never mind a woman. You supposed to be the leader. So never mind us. Never mind me. What say you? You get what I'm saying? So I appreciate you. Listen, again, there's nothing wrong with asking a woman her opinion because you get to see her mental, how she see things. So you want to ask women questions. But at the end of the day, in the beginning, in the middle, and the end, you have to lead with your own foresight. You have to be the leader.
Period. I hate to agree with her on that.
Don't let a woman lead you.
Ever.
Oh yeah, no, never.
No.
So in that video with the girl hitting a guy, first of all, he should have walked away, and then what else he should have did was call the cops on her ass just to teach her a lesson. Do the reverse. And a lot of women are getting locked up. So when men and women are fighting each other and the women call the cops thinking only him, no, both y'all getting in the back of that cop car. But he should have called the cops on her ass. But why would he stay there and just try to, I guess, block the shots? No. Why are you dealing with someone like that? Why is someone like that even in your presence?
Right, exactly.
It looked like he thought that he was taking an honor out of what he was doing too. Like he just stood there with his hands behind his back and he's like, "Go ahead and hit me because I fucked up." And I'm like, bro, like.
Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. So, all right. So if that's the case, a lot of guys say, "Okay, I'll let her blow out some steam because I've been doing her wrong," and that's another sign of being weak. Because first of all, you keep doing this woman wrong, doing her wrong, and you're doing her wrong. Just leave her alone. Why are you there? Because then you're giving her time to think of something to get back at you or to be manipulative or to attack you like this woman did. So if you want to be out there playing the field, why are you lying to someone? Why are you playing these stupid ass games? You know what I'm saying? You just leave people the fuck alone.
Well, Dana, sounds good, but they can't. Okay, this is what I'm saying. It's crazy, Dana. Again, a lot of these guys will hear what Brandon's saying and say, "Oh, I would never do that. That'll never happen to me," right? But these are the same guys that can't even walk up to a woman and be real with them. That's what I'm saying. Because she's so pretty that, oh my God, she's going to reject me. She's going to turn me down. It's the same thing. It's just a different side of the coin. They're going to sit there and say, well, no, I'll never let a woman do to me. But then they're the same guy looking at the woman saying, I can't even go over and talk to her because I don't want her to turn me down. Oh, she's so beautiful. She's so sexy. How do I talk to her? How do I go up to her? It's the same thing, Dana. So, Brandon, you're looking at one side of the spectrum, but you got to look at the whole thing, man. At the end of the day, if you guys don't have self-worth, you are going to like getting your ass hit by a woman because you're going to feel that that's the only woman you can get. because she's already abusing you by taking you to dinner, getting you to spend money on a date for nothing. It's already abuse, but you're already prone to the abuse. Think about how you're abusing yourself. You're taking your money and buying her a dinner to try to impress her. Oh my God.
I ain't doing that shit.
Oh no, I'm saying, Brandon, stop laughing, because your abuse was going to the pickup artist community, trying to find a way to lie to women. So don't laugh and giggle, dog. Come on, dog. Stop. Don't try to act holier than thou. We're just keeping it a buck here.
All right,
y'all
dude.
guys, stop that. So y'all abuse yourselves. So if you abuse yourselves, then you should be getting your ass abused by a woman, because you're already doing it. Beating yourself up over fear and rejection, beating yourself up over excuses, beating yourself up over, oh my God, what would happen if she turns me down? Oh my God, y'all go through all this stuff, this emotional abuse over a woman you don't even know. And you get her, you don't think she's gonna treat you the same way? Come on, man. All right, Brandon, any other questions?
Well, I just wanted to say, if you ever want to do a reaction video with that in the future,
I don't need to do one. We just did one right now saying y'all should stop saying, oh my God, that'll never happen to me. It's going to happen to you when you don't have any self-worth. You're telling
I was shocked.
Y'all don't stop that, Brandon. You shouldn't be shocked. What is shocking is that y'all are scared of women. That is shocking. It's shocking that you can't walk up to a stranger. It's shocking that you come up with fears, rejection, and excuses. It's shocking that you guys feel that you got to take a woman out to eat to try to impress her. That's shocking. So what she's doing is nothing, man. Come on. Stop.
All right, respect. You can throw me back.
Thank you, Brandon.
I just wanted to
all right, let us keep going. You ready, D?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, guys, lines are open. Call in. We got y'all. Let's get it. Here we go. Let's listen to what she's saying. Here we go.
Don't like, but radical acceptance will help them realize whether or not they can actually put up with this for the rest of their life.
Okay. All right. Got it. Questions about the alpha male versus the nice guy versus the fake alpha male.
Oh, the fake alpha males, the ones with podcasts and telling everybody how alpha they are. They're the ones.
But the problem with men out there is that I'd say by default, most of us try to be the nice guy.
Yeah.
Because we don't know any better. And our moms probably taught us to be the nice guy. And we get nervous around the women that are good looking and we just want to be nice, even though that's probably the worst thing to do. And so the next step of that is if you learn some game, then you try to be the alpha, which makes you the fake alpha.
Exactly.
And then over time, as you improve yourself and become more of a man, maybe you turn into an alpha.
Yeah.
How do people negotiate that madness?
Well, here's where it starts.
Dana, what is your opinion on that? I'd like to get your opinion on that. What is your opinion on what he said, that BS?
Well, over time you can become alpha?
No, that what he was saying. Well, I agree about the nice guy. He tried to blame mommy. Well, I
mean, your mom does teach the children manners.
That's
what mom does.
I agree. That's good.
So when moms instill that with you as a young kid, well, a good mom would, that really doesn't leave. You kind of want to keep those same, manners even into adulthood. And then, but that's why you have to have the balance. But then that dad is there to teach you to be strong and be the man. So you can have both. You could be a nice guy and you could still be a alpha man who is strong.
Definitely disagree on that.
And I think that's what he was really trying to, and maybe and then what he said, that's the struggle with men.
No, he was saying he tried to tie game in with tricking and stuff. See,
you gotta let it finish. But
he tried to be slick. Okay, we gotta say thank you to Super Chat. He tried to be slick.
Thanks, Dub. Well, that was for you though, but anyway, still.
Thank you, Dub. We appreciate you, Dub. We appreciate you guys. Lines are open. Got a question, put a queue. Guys, we're gonna chop this up. We get done, but here we go. Let's go, Dana. Let's see what you got. Here we go.
Starts from, and this is where it's so common in the world that we see it today. In previous generations, men had very, very strict fathers that were quite aggressive and hostile and stuff, and they just accepted that as a norm. Now the generation of men realize that was, or they think that was wrong, right? So if they had that strict, stern father, they hated that. Whereas previous generations has accepted that's how men come. And this is the first time we've got men that hate their fathers raising children. So what ends up happening is they think, I want to be nothing like my dad. My dad was so hostile. He was so aggressive. I just want to, I want to be like as nice, because I saw how mean he was to my mom. They kind of have that mentality because they saw those kind of relationships where the man was the boss and the woman was kind of a bit more submissive. And they're like, that's wrong, because that's what they've been taught. That's wrong. So they were like, I want to be so nice. I want to be the opposite of my dad, is a mantra of every nice guy. My dad taught me everything not to be. So they follow the instructions of their mothers. What do mothers teach you? Don't argue, don't stand up for yourself, don't just listen, just be obedient, just listen to me and feel sorry for me. That's what mothers teach their kids. Feel sorry for me. So they go into the real world, and when they're engaging with women, they're like, I want to be nothing like my dad. My dad always set boundaries. My dad was a bit stern. My dad was a bit hostile. I want to be just nice because mom says that's what works. Be nice. In the process of doing that, they emasculate themselves. So what they'll do is they think that the way to a woman's heart is by listening and submitting. They don't realize the way to her heart is showing her who you are and taking her into your world. They think, let me just adapt myself into her world. Let me go to the hairdressers with her. Let me go shop for lingerie with her. Let me just wait and carry her bags. Then she'll love me. But really, she wants to see what you are, who you are. She wants to follow your lead. So in the beginning stages, she might reward that. She might think, oh, it's great.
We got a call. We got a call real quick. Let's grab the call.
I agree with what she was saying with that. That's true.
Area code 562. What's your name, sir? And what's your question?
Disagree.
562. What is your name, sir? And what's your question? Going once.
Hey, Ahmed. I'm wondering why.
Sir,
please don't hang up on him. Let him finish.
Are giving broke ass pussy.
I'm sorry, sir. You sound drunk. Can you please repeat yourself again?
Why are you giving out broke ass pussy?
Oh, well, I'm not giving out any pussy.
Really? Then why are you worried about these brothers paying on child support for you?
Nobody's not giving me child support because I don't have small children. Now, let me ask you a question because you asked me two. Now, let me ask you two questions. What drugs or alcohol are you on right now?
What drugs or alcohol?
What drugs or alcohol have you consumed right now?
What are you consuming?
Sir, I asked you the question. You asked me two, and I answered. Now I'm asking you two. This is the
I just tell you right now. Are you that stupid?
What drugs and alcohol have you consumed tonight?
I just fucking answered your question.
Okay, so here's question number two. All right, here's question number two. Do you prefer 8-inch or 12-inch?
Question number one and question number two. Fucking 3 questions ago.
Question number two. Do you prefer 8-inch or 12-inch dildo in your ass? Which one?
That's what you prefer?
No, I'm asking you. So which size? Which size dildo do you want her, the girl, to shove in your ass? What size dildo do you prefer to be put in your ass when she's paying you?
What the fuck is that?
It's a question.
I don't know that.
You don't know? You don't know? Okay. So so what size do you usually prefer? Is it usually a 5-inch, 6-inch, or
no?
Is it just her finger? Or do you just prefer the finger in your butt?
Well, we're talking about broke ass pussy.
I'm asking you a question, so are you going to answer the question? Do you prefer? Listen. When she or he or they are paying you, when you are getting something in your ass, is it 12-inch, 8-inch, or is it just 2 fingers?
All right, so we done now? All right, thank you. All right, I gave it about 3 minutes. All right, anyway, so guys, lines are open, guys. Let's keep going. Let us go. So what she's saying, I see what she's saying, but I want to hear more of what she's saying. So let's go ahead. Let's keep going. Here we go.
great that you just answer the calls every day and you stay on FaceTime while I do my makeup and you just, pick me up anytime and you just carry my bags and you cancel your plans just to kind of watch me get my hair done. Later, she will miss the fact that you don't have an identity. And she'll miss the fact that you don't have that masculinity, and she'll start to get more and more disrespectful. So it doesn't work being submissive to men or women. I'm not saying being hostile and being mean works, but what works really well is knowing your own identity and taking her into your world. But your world is one that is positive. It's not one that's harsh, critical, mean, or it's not this hostile kind of alpha male. It's a wonderful world, but she's welcome to it. But you're not going to contort your identity to impress her. Instead, it's just, I've got an impressive life, you can join me. But it's not, I'm going to drop everything and submit to you because you're so beautiful. And it's keeping that identity men find really difficult in this generation. And I don't blame them, by the way, because so many times I'm like, well, just tell her that this is unacceptable. Or just tell her that, why should you accept that she, keeps posting horrible pictures on Instagram? Well, not horrible, well, like really, pictures on Instagram and keeps talking to her ex. Why don't you just tell her? And he's like, but in America, if you do that, no woman will ever accept you. She'll say you're toxic. She'll tell all her friends that you're toxic. Literally, no woman accepts masculinity. I've got no choice. And I thought they were exaggerating, but after I worked with a couple, I realized that they don't actually allow him to even have boundaries. He'll have no chance with women. So is that true, or is it just what they're telling me?
I mean, that can't be true.
That can't be true.
No, that can't be true because, there are men like that.
Yeah.
Now, in America is a whole nother version. Maybe America is in an even more extreme version of London. Mm-hmm. And it's changing now a little bit, but it went very far, wokeness and all the weirdness. But maybe they'll say that they don't want that, but deep down inside, they want someone with boundaries and structure. And I know that based on how many women complain about how narcissistic their exes were. If they all liked nice, sweet guys, why is every woman talking about a narcissistic ex? So they're obviously dating men that are more narcissistic, or men with some kind of boundaries, or men with the ability to leave or have alternatives. So they're flocking to narcissistic men, and they're almost waiting for the narcissist to leave them and then complain about him and then post about him and then say how horrible he is. So they obviously do have an inclination towards men. And I think this is what's happened, is because as men have either come in two forms in America or in Western worlds, they either come too nice or too narcissistic. They haven't found the balance. And if they got a choice between a nice guy and a narcissist, they'll choose a narcissist all day, every day, 100 times over than the nice guy. And they don't admit that, but that's what they'll choose.
So what's your take on that, D? What's your take on that?
I agree with her because, people are not trying to find the balance. They're just they're trying to pick either one of the two extremes. And men too. Men are either going to be a narcissistic asshole or they are going to be nice. We need to find the balance to interchange and marry the two.
No.
If you want a happily ever after, if you want a peaceful home, then you need to learn how to marry the two, nice and narcissistic.
No, I gentlemen, don't be nice.
Helen Mel, thank you. She's right. Yes.
Don't be nice. Don't be nice.
Well, you won't get no ass.
You will get ass.
You won't get ass.
Don't. You will
not. And then
don't be nice.
Even if you get ass in the beginning by being an asshole, once you marry her, then she's gonna be like, well, I got him. So now I'm going to be the asshole because I had to pretend to be nice all this time. So I'm going to be the real me.
Oh, gentlemen.
And now you're stuck.
Nope, not at all. Not at all.
A lot of times, if you're nice, you know what that's saying, kill them with kindness. A lot of times when you're nice, that brings out the true individual of the other person.
When you're nice,
the other person true colors when you are nice to them. Yes, because people who cannot receive niceness, they have issues, and people with issues cannot receive niceness because they're so used to aggression, they're so used to negative shit or whatever. So a lot of times when you are being yourself, which is a nice person, but you have boundaries and you respect yourself and you love yourself, when you are nice and that person don't know how to receive it, it comes out. You see the true colors of the individual. Either they love it or they reject it. Either they bring it in or they try to push it away.
Okay, that was beautiful from an emotional standpoint, but let's look at the logic of this, gentleman. The reason why I tell you guys don't be nice is because you're being disingenuous. Most of you motherfucking guys are nice because that's what you think is going to get you some pussy, Dana. That's the problem. They're not really being nice. They're not nice people. They're pretending to be nice. That's the problem. The problem is these guys are going around pretending to be nice, pretending to be good, pretending to be all these things when they, okay, Dana, and you know, Dana, I'm strictly on this. I don't believe a man should hit a woman, put his hands on a woman, right? You see what I'm saying, Dana? I don't believe a man should hit women, yell at women, beat women, or even lie to women. Okay, but we take those 4 people. They started off nice, which means they really wasn't that nice. See, that nice thing is a bad thing to tell guys to be nowadays, knowing when you have people that have a lot of broken mental disabilities and all this other stuff and pretending to be nice. It's one thing being a nice person, Dana, being a nice person, like all the guys on Real Game No Theory. We're nice people, but we're not nice because we have a motive to be nice, Dana. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem. I see what you're saying. If you're a good person, nice is part of being a good person, Dana. But if you have a motive,
not necessarily, but I get your point.
Right. If you have a motive of trying to get between her legs and you're pretending to be nice, then there lies a problem.
You're not a nice guy. That's not being nice either.
That's my point. Most people are doing that. Most
people are pretending. So when you come across a guy who's nice, he's just pretending to be nice. Okay, okay, so what if he's not pretending? What is the alternative then? So you're saying a guy can't genuinely be nice?
No, okay. A good person is going to be nice. He doesn't be, you don't have to act.
No, there are people who are not good, but they are nice. And they're not pretending to be nice.
But that's the key thing. Pretend. I'm not saying pretending. I'm saying be, not pretend. If you're pretending, then you're not nice.
That's true too. You're pretending you're not nice.
Right. So if you're a good person,
but if you are, can you be a bad person and still be nice? I think so.
I think so too. I think, again, okay, everybody on Real Game No Theory, all my brethren, they're good people and they are.
Well, I don't know. I don't know that.
I'm just saying, you don't know, but I'm explaining. They treat women nice. But they treat.
I don't know that either. I don't know that either.
I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying they
treat. My experience, I was not treated nice.
They treat women.
I was not.
They treat women nice, but they will walk away from a woman. They're bad enough to walk away.
I was even battered verbally.
Oh my good Lord, have mercy.
I was a victim. Yes.
Oh, can we stop, please? Can we just continue? Let us keep going. Let's get to the next video.
That was the end of it. That was the end of that one.
What video you have?
Let's see.
Let's get to another video.
Do I have
lines are open? And guys, we're going to talk more about this, and we're going to do some game time. I got to explain game to y'all guys, but Dana has 20 more minutes.
Is Jordan back from her vacation?
Anyway, hey, that's man business. Let's get back. What you got? Where's the next video? Let's pop in the next video.
This one.
Guys, got a question? Put AQ. We got y'all. Call in. We got y'all. And we're going to break this down.
She had to make sure her family was okay from the earthquake.
Can we please go ahead and get to the next thing?
I'm just asking. Shit.
Where's the
give me a second. Damn.
Man, you talking about my stuff is all messed up.
It's not like, can you rushing? The fuck?
Here we go. About time. Wait. All right, here we go. There we go. About time. Let's get it.
Let's see.
And the truth is, sleeping with a man does change you. That's the truth.
Yeah.
And so women don't want to accept that.
They don't.
You have to understand these things. If you are going to engage in something, you have to understand the results of it. You can't deny it, right? You can't deny that once a man penetrates you, your body will change. Your mind will change.
Ooh, I got Dana.
Multiple men.
Wait, Dana. I see where they're going with. I can't say they're wrong, but Dana, if we're talking about Mrs. Howard Okay, we're talking about penetration. Some women, Dana, and I hate to give some credit because not all, Dana. Some women don't, what they're about to talk about, Dana, some women don't feel that because they penetrate the guy. When the guy penetrates them, they're kind of the ones getting penetrated, if you know what I mean, Dana. So it's not like that.
Let the damn video play out.
I just want to
in a minute. I think it's like it's no more than a minute and a half.
This BS.
You
Come
get
on.
half of the guy. You talk on half of the information.
All right, let's go. Come on.
This is the reason why women are mentally ill. And what I came to the conclusion
I believe that.
No, women really are mentally ill. So women want to keep saying that oxytocin is the love hormone. That's a perspective, because love is not a chemical. What oxytocin really is a sedative. It is a sedative that helps sedate women so that they can endure more pain. So when women sleep with men, oxytocin is released to put this woman in a state of sedation. And she, at this point, she is willing to accept things that actually cause the reason why men can't tolerate the stuff that women tolerate is simply because of oxytocin. And then estrogen actually increases the effects of oxytocin, making women more susceptible to pain. Men release vasopressin, which actually deters them from enduring pain, right? So women have connected the idea to love with their ability to endure pain. That's the reason why Charleston White said, oh, love ain't what you give, it's what you can take, and our mothers took a lot. Men have also decided that love is how much a woman can endure, right? So as long as
that's why they want you to be loyal. That's why they want you to be loyal.
So as long as women keep having sex with men, women will continue to be disillusioned and make dumb decisions, which is the reason why men do not think women are capable of leadership. Women are capable of leadership.
Please say what you guys say on this BS that she's saying. You believe you believe what you're saying?
Well, I think because her lesbian relationships failed or they got outed out to the public, now she's anti-woman. Because before she was all pro, now women have a mental illness because you came across a piece of pussy that got upset with you and outed all your damn business. Because at men, when that happened to men, see, men, they know how to handle that a little bit better than you as a woman. So again, all that oxytocin, boom, boom, estrogen, yeah, that's all bullshit. Because first of all, you don't just get oxytocin from having sex. You could work out, and everybody has oxytocin. If you work out, you create more oxytocin, which creates more of a better attitude and happiness, for whatever the hell. But women also have testosterone, and we need that. But we have that hormone too. It's just that men have it at a higher level. So I don't know what the fuck they was talking about, but the part of when women sleep with men, they get more delusional. No. We said that. No.
It's not and I think people don't understand.
And this is why I need to stop listening to studs.
Well, women, period. But this is why at the end of the day,
because she even sound like a stud.
What she's missing is that the penetration happens before the penetration. That's where.
First of all, I'm not delusional having an orgasm. And if you can't give me a fucking orgasm, honey, don't even look my way.
Well,
I live for orgasm, whether I'm giving it to myself or I'm getting it from somebody else. So I'm not delusional in shit.
The penetration, and that's why I was saying, Dana, it's a lot of guys. Okay, if we look at the Howard situation of the baby, she wasn't penetrated. I mean, she was penetrated, but
she did penetration on him first.
Right, that's the point. Some women, and again, I have to give women credit. I hate doing this. Some women have game. Some women are gamed up. where they will allow somebody inside their body and they can shut it down. They can shut that and be numb to what she's talking about, this penetration and oxytocins and all. They can go numb to that. They can just say, hurry up and get your 2 or 3 minutes out the way. I'll ooh, ah, and oh, and then I'm gonna have a little wet spot and I'm done. Like a lot of women can turn themselves off from that. It's when they get around someone they cannot control their emotions is when, I'm not gonna talk about the oxytocins and all that other stuff. I'm saying when there is more of an emotional connection with the person, it's gonna feel something different than being with somebody that's begging for sex, bartering for sex, or trying to manipulate it for sex. Women can turn that off, Dana. They can just they can just lay there like a corpse and say, I'm just gonna get it over with, hurry up, do it, okay, I'm done. So she's being penetrated, but she's acting like every woman is like that. I don't believe that, Dana.
Like listen, as like back in the day, or even to this day, like if a woman is married and she knows her duty to sleep with her husband, but she really don't have to. But you know what? I live a nice life. He provides for me. I'll let him penetrate to get it off. I'm not getting it off, but I'll let him get off.
Yes.
And then you have some women that don't accept that because they want to get off every time they have sex, like moi. And I will not be with a man if I can't stand you on top. If I don't really want you on top of me or humping on me, I'm not going to be with you. I'm not going to be with you. Now, I mean, listen, sometimes if you're a billionaire, that I will stop and think. But for the most part, no, I'm not going to be with you if I don't want you on me. So yes, women can lay there and just take it and move on every day. Right, and there are women who really into the guy and emotional and all this physical or whatever. Not only is she's laying there, she's throwing it back at him. She's receiving it. She's enjoying it and all this other stuff.
Right. So, but that's where I disagree with what you're saying. She's saying the moment a guy gets a little piece of ass, all of a sudden her life is flipped and all this. No. That's where I hate giving women credit. A lot of women like this one that got the basketball player. She already pegged him before she gave it to him. When he saw that ass or whatever he saw of her, she already had him penetrated. So she wasn't into it like, I have all these oxytocins and I miss him. And do you see how she moving? She don't care because it's either you ain't Dana. It's either somebody gonna get penetrated. So it's either these guys.
I want both of us to be penetrated.
Well, I don't
want the man to be penetrated. I ain't penetrating no man unless it's like some type of seduction. But I'm not inserting anything in a man.
I'll tell you why you got timed out. Because when you're on here, you're not going to be disrespectful to people on the show. That's why you got timed out. And you thought it was a little joke. So no, you're not going to come on here and disrespect Dana while she's on the show. So,
what did you say, honey?
No, I don't remember what he said. Yeah, you got timed out. That's why you got timed out. So that's why. So why don't you ask a question that'll help you out instead of trying to say some sidebar shit and learn some game? Because men don't do that silly bitch ass shit you were saying.
Info.
No, it's cool. No, you was being disrespectful, thinking everything is funny, talking about just because somebody was saying something to her. That wasn't cool.
I don't know what the fuck he said.
It wasn't nothing big. It's just that, you know what? As men, you're supposed to move different.
I'm with the shits too.
No, I'm just saying
I'll break you down worse. I just sobered up somebody that called in here drunk and high, and I sobered that ass up quick.
As men, we don't give women that kind of power to act all feminine and put little emojis and all that.
Feminine, so I gotta act fem back.
I know that, but I'm
not act fem when they act fem.
Well, because we only have 8 more minutes left in the show. If you want to go 8,
so if he's a billionaire, just put a mask on. Yeah, that's how women see men. A lot of times, yeah, right. They put the mask on, not physically, but they put the mask on his face. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No. It's a William. It's not a billionaire. If you have a loser mentality, Even if you're not a man in her eyes, they will shut down.
Well, a lot of times, if you're not a man, she ain't gonna open up her legs unless you are a millionaire or you taking care of her right now.
Unless she might bet Dana, and there's a small chance that she just might want to fuck. There could be.
But then if that's the case, a lot of times if she just want to have sex, sometimes women will find an asshole that she knows is good in bed before she finds the one that's not good in bed. See, the one that's not good in bed, but she sleep with him anyway, he's financially providing for her in some kind of way. That's why she's putting a brown paper bag on.
Right. If there's some,
because he said brown paper bag. See, brown paper bag goes on when I'm not attracted to you, but I'm attracted to your money.
Right, if she can get something out of it. So if she can get something out of it.
Now, she just want a nut. She will go find an asshole or Pookie or the Dusty that know how to fuck real good.
It's not a Pookie.
I'll put it like this. If she just want a nut, she goes slumming.
No, it doesn't mean
she goes slumming for some good slum project dick and then go on about my way.
Some women, Dana, will give it up for certain things, and they're smart enough.
But if she's a smart woman who, she's the woman who knows when to put the plastic bag on, she knows I'll go slumming, but I'm just going to slum from midnight to 2 a.m. and then I'm taking my ass the fuck home from the projects. And matter of fact, I'm not even coming to the projects. We're going to go to this low grade motel and then I'm bouncing. Give me an hour and I'm bounced.
I won't say slumming because Dana.
I say slumming.
With me giving you a little bit of credit, which I hate doing, is that they don't have to slum when these fools are slumming behind them, running behind their ass and trying to get with the women. So they already put the women in a prime position to do whatever they want.
Exactly, but she doesn't want you. She's just using you for a nut.
Well, no, some are not even getting a nut. They're using them for whatever they want.
I know. I'm just talking about the ones who just want. If they just want a nut, they go slumming for someone with some good dick. But if she wants to be provided for, then she's going to sleep with the one she's going to put the brown paper bag on. If she wants someone if she wants a genuine relationship, then she knows she's going to have to invest in the asshole.
Well, I think that's what that lady did with the basketball player. She knew that he was a mark. He was wide open, and women can recognize
the basketball player. He is someone she put that. So he's the one that she put the plastic bag on, even though he's not ugly, but she put the plastic bag over on him.
Yeah, she gave him the fantasy of I care about you, the fantasy of that. So. And this is why I want to be talking.
I used to, sometimes because when I smile, my eyes get cheeky because I have the high cheekbones, honey. But you know what, bitch, I would get that phone number out the way, honey. I said the phone number, not her comment. Keep her comment up, but just
my God.
5 minutes. Here's the thing. Shut up, Steve. Here's the thing. I don't got to worry about getting no cheek injections. See, a lot of these women, especially the older women too. And these young girls, they get in cheek fillers. And I'm so glad I have natural high cheekbones. Yes, honey. And that's why this is a tip, ladies, at every age, but start when you're young. Keep a smile on your face because it's a natural facelift. And if you get into the habit of smiling when you're younger, when you're older and gravity is not nice, this will still be high and you won't need a facelift. Now, I don't need a facelift probably in 10 years or when I'm close to 60 or 60 plus, but I don't have to go into the ninth. Why, ladies? Because they have something that's called threading. You know how you get your eyebrows threading? Well, there's face threading, and that's the afternoon lunchtime facelift. It's less invasive, it's no surgery or nothing. They thread the skin on the side and pulls it up, and it's so natural. You don't have to see no scars or nothing. That is the lunchtime facelift. It's called the face thread lift.
So broken. Y'all guys see how broken they are. So broken.
You need your neck lift, bitch, stunt queen, bitch. No, I don't.
All right, so let's get to the last.
No.
Dana, let's get to one more. Let's do one more.
Colored nigger.
All right, Dana, let's get to the last one. Get us one more.
Let me see if I have one. Let me see.
You can find one more. And guys, got questions. We're going to be chopping it up pretty soon, gentlemen. Breaking down some games so y'all guys will not end up.
Did you hear about Pop the Balloon, honey? They going to Netflix.
I saw that on Netflix the other day. I said no.
Yes.
I can't wait. But I thought it was a white. I didn't think it was a black, because most of the balloon shows are black.
No, it's the black woman and her husband. They're the executive producers, and Arlette, they said, is not going to be the host, but she is executive producer with her husband. They have the other host. She's black. Okay. She was from that show on HBO. I forgot the name of it, but yeah, honey, they got the bag.
All right, so let's get to the last one we got. Where's the last one you can find, Dana?
Do you want to pop the balloon one or
whatever you want? It's your call.
I don't know. Pull it up. Let me see something. Oh, did I share it?
You didn't share it.
Sorry. You got it.
There you go. All right, you got it.
And let me see. What is this one?
Since there's so many of y'all on here talking about,
is he someone that's your type?
You're a nice gentleman, but probably not.
Okay. And why not?
I just really don't like light skin like that.
Okay. Ooh. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Reggie, you're still holding on to your balloon. Why so?
Well, I was just being nice, but here's the thing. You made a comment earlier.
Yes,
you said you don't do light skin.
Absolutely.
Right. So I'm light skinned.
Yes, you are.
I got a daughter. She's light skinned. Mm-hmm. And on behalf of light skinned brothers everywhere, I'm apologizing.
That works for me, sir.
See, that wasn't
part of the conversation. I said light skin.
That wasn't cool. See, see, that's the problem we're having.
You finish playing it or not?
Well, I'll let you. It's your time because we're about to wrap up with you. So go ahead and play it. It's terrible. Go ahead.
Still, if you don't like light skin,
my daughter's light skin too.
That's colorism to me. If you don't like my light skin self, how you gonna approve of my light skinned child? You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry if you feel like I was being racist towards the light skinned brothers, but let me make sure I turn this way and say, sir, I apologize if I said that the reason why I didn't like you was because you was light skinned. I would never discriminate just because you're light skinned. You're just not my type. That don't make me a racist.
I don't even take offense to it.
You did. Your feelings was hurt.
No. You took it as me taking offense to it. I'm just telling you straight up.
You brought your daughter in the mix, but we're not gonna argue about that tonight.
So clearly he's not your type. Is what
no,
you're saying?
He talked too much. Ooh. He got a lot going on. You argumentative, so I'm gonna just step away from that.
True.
All right. Thank you. But was he someone?
That's true. There's a lot of real quick. What say you on that, Dana? Because there's a few problems with that.
Yeah, I mean, just first of all, this is why this whole show, is childish. However, but they got the bag. However, to say that's her preference. She preferred dark skin.
She can do that, right?
There's nothing wrong with that. Now, because listen, that is my kryptonite, honey. Dark. That's my kryptonite. But I'm not going to discriminate if I find someone who just so happened to be light skinned attractive, and they're nice and they got swag or whatever. I'm still run to that. But I get it when you have a preference, and this is a dating show, so you could pick you're there for your preference no matter what.
Yeah. Well, my problem is the fact that he didn't like her. He should have popped a balloon, but he tried to make see, a lot of these guys go on a show to try to make what you call a world star moment or a YouTube moment.
Really him. I think he's really emotional like that. And like she said, he do talk too much and he's argumentative.
He should have never brought in his daughter, which is none of her business.
Like, where is that coming from? Oh, no.
And again, I don't know why people care about what people like. If they like something that you don't have, he should just pop the balloon. But sitting on there defending another man, that to me was homophobic. I didn't like that. That was not manly. He should have just popped the balloon, and she would have brought the thing to him like, why'd you pop your balloon? Oh, well, she doesn't like light-skinned people. I'm light-skinned. We just don't match. That's it. But he wanted to go in all this, well, let me try to teach you a lesson, and let me try to get you that was so feminine of him. But again, he was just trying to make a YouTube
But
moment.
even the first guy that she was like, that she said it to originally, he was glad that that dude stuck up for him and he was doing this. And that's why, and then she turned to him and she exposed him, was like, sir, I'm sorry, since you need an apology. Too emotional. They were emotional.
All right, Dana, how can I get in touch with you, Dana? How can I get in touch with you?
I was going to say something before I left. Give me a second. You know, I'm getting up there in age. I have to think a little bit longer. I don't like your attitude, Steve. You know, it's really towards the end of the show. Like, you know, your attitude just
it's time. It's time.
You do a 360. Like you do 360. Like, okay, bitch, it's time for you to go. Don't give me that attitude.
So can you come on and how can he? What did you want to say?
How do you know? I just because that's not what I was thinking about. But it just reminded me from that's been going on for the last couple of weeks. Jordan gonna bring her ass on. Like, you ready for Jordan to come back, honey?
Anyway,
Jordan to come back.
All right, what you got? How can you get in touch with you? Come on.
It's something that I gotta start writing stuff down.
Yeah, you gotta start probably writing down. Yeah, we're waiting for her bye, her special bye or whatever she says, her special.
I think it was something, I forgot that fucking quick. I don't know. I gotta stop.
You know what? Write it down and then
You talk too much. You talk too much. You be making me forget stuff because you talk too much. That's why you stay up here and do these damn marathons.
Oh, and like the Pop the Balloon show, that's my business. So anyway, Dana, can you say goodbye to them so I can do what I do? Because I like to do what it is I do, please.
Bye.
Thank you, Dana. That was Dana. See you later, Dana. All right, guys. Everything. She shut her stuff down. So Dana, okay, she's gone. All right, guys, we're about to get the show started. You know how we get the show started, right, gentlemen? Thank you, Dana. Guys, we're about to get your crayons out. We're going to chop it up. We're going to spit the game and like we always do, gentlemen. But before we kick the game off, we always like to begin it the right way by bringing in the dogs to introduce us the right way. Let's get it.
This is Robert Frank, and you're listening to the manmindset.com dating help for men with your host, Steve the Dean Williams.
I'm Tyrone, and you're listening to the manmindset.com dating help for men with your host, Steve Dean Williams. So get on board, long dick style.
Steve the Dean Williams, give me your chain, punk. Yeah, sleep with your lights on. I still got the bicycle. Much love, Steve. Do what you do. God bless.
Steve, congrats on your motherfucking podcast, The Man Mindset. You can go to manmindset.com and listen.
Hey, shit, boy. She like to get that last word in. Let's get it, guys. My guys, let's get it. Let's get it. Hey.
I love the way you suck my dick, bitch, and lick my balls. I know there'll never be another one like you. Never at all, yeah.
All right, now we're in the building, guys. We're in the building, gentlemen. Jordan's gonna pop in for a second if she can. She's not really feeling good, gentlemen, but we're gonna see. I know she says she's gonna pop in to say hi to y'all guys and let you know she's good. But let's go ahead and get into this. Like I say, get into this game, guys. I got questions, go ahead and call in. We're gonna talk more, not about the situation of the woman doing the thing bad to the guy. We want to talk about for you guys out here to learn this game and what you have to do so you will never be in a situation with women like he's getting himself into. Guys, if you have a question, go ahead and put a Q. We got y'all covered. If you have a question with dating, relationship, anything like that, y'all can call in as well, okay? So we're in the time, gentlemen, right now for all of you guys out here. And for you guys out here, I just almost completed the blueprint for the Mouthpiece 101. So that's going to be rolling in pretty soon, gentlemen. So we just want to let y'all guys know that. And I don't know, but for all you guys out here, I don't know if we will be doing game time. We won't be doing it today, but Jordan is going to probably try to come in. She's not feeling good, but we will be continuing game time, gentlemen. Definitely starting next week for all you guys out there, but we just got to see how things are going and all this other stuff. But for all you guys out there, we're here to talk to you guys about the game, okay? Because we're in a world, and unfortunately, we're in a time, gentlemen, where a lot of you guys are consistently bending, taking the knee, compromising, giving yourselves away to women just to be liked or accepted. And I am trying to tell you guys that this is why the game is so important. Because nobody on YouTube, other than the ones that y'all normally hang out with, is going to teach you this level of the game. Because there has to be a different idea in you men to learn the game. Because the man that has game, he's not playing to be liked. He's not seeking approval. And he's not allowing anybody to come into his world and use him. And as we always say to you guys out here, this isn't about cruelty. This is all about technically clarity. Clarity in who you are, clarity in which you allow, and the clarity by which you live by. And if you guys can change, because I know a lot of you guys can change, and for so many of you guys out here, I guess we are in spring now, but so many of you guys out here, you're going to get used by women, and you're going to be a mark to women, and women are going to use you guys until you open your mind and wake up. Okay? Because the thing is, gentlemen, I don't want you to get manipulated by a woman. But many of you guys are already manipulated right now by some kind of a woman out there. There's some kind of woman out there right now, gentlemen, that you are afraid to talk to. There's some kind of woman out there right now you're afraid to stand up to. There's some kind of woman right now that you are afraid to be who you are. So that means, gentlemen, you are manipulated. Gentlemen, I keep telling you, there's nothing wrong with what you like in a woman, whether it's her breasts or ass. We always go over that. It doesn't matter what you like. But the bottom line is this, gentlemen. The bottom line is the moment that you guys start labeling women a certain kind of way, that's where the manipulation comes from, is you adding more to a woman than what she actually is. Because as a man, you've got to be able to adapt the mindset of unwavering self-respect. See, when you gentlemen who you guys don't have self-respect, some of you have it in some cases, but you don't have it across the board because you don't respect yourself. You don't respect yourself when you're sitting around out here taking a woman out to dinner to try to prove yourself. You don't respect yourself when you feel like, and listen, guys, this ain't about, again, the one I'm telling y'all, this has nothing to do with women. I'm talking about you guys. What kind of respect do you have for yourself to have the influence of a woman that influences you so bad that you've got to lie, beat around the bush, play games with her, and not stand on who you are? That's not what a self-respecting man does. A self-respecting man doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care. This is who I am. This is what I am. And this is what you're going to accept me for or not. Because as men, gentlemen, y'all have to start learning not to have clear boundaries. Because many of you young men out here have clear boundaries on paper. Many of you guys have this commitment to yourself on paper. But put you in front of a woman, and what do? You don't even set the boundary. You don't move on the boundary. And most of you guys, the only thing that you unfortunately commit yourself to is committing by telling yourself that she's pretty, she's sexy, and she's desirable. You're committed to running behind a woman. You're committed to kissing a woman's ass. You're committed to being afraid of a woman. You're committed to rejection. You're committed to everything but yourself, gentlemen. Because most of you guys don't understand the depth of the game. The game is always going to be about the man who understands that he is going to maintain control over everything in his life, especially the greatest relationship a man has. And that will always be to himself. And most of you guys don't have that relationship. And that is why y'all guys allow manipulation to happen to yourselves. You'll always know, gentlemen, what kind of relationship you have when you guys out here. Thank you, EL. Appreciate it. Guys, again, y'all got a question, put a Q. Lines are open. Want to say thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Shout out to the 93 in there. Appreciate y'all guys as well. But gentlemen, this is very important that I'm saying to you guys out here. You just have to be honest with yourself. I always say you don't need to say, this is just you being honest with yourself. If you are still looking at women the way you've always looked at them, then you know why you are not getting them. You guys are always looking at their beauty. You're looking at their sexuality and how attractive they are. And what doesn't make any sense is why you guys are doing that to the woman and not doing that for yourself. Why are you guys out here sitting around here doing everything you can to allow a woman to come into your world and manipulate you, but you'll never take the time to have the relationship with yourself? You'll never take the time to set a firm rule for yourself and for women to follow. You see, the thing about the game, gentlemen, is that you guys have to ensure that nobody ever is going to take advantage of me. And nobody is never going to undermine my authority, because as a king and as an emperor, as I tell you young guys, your authority has to rule over all things. And if your authority doesn't rule over all things, you will be ruled by that woman. And the reason why you guys are always ruling, just like the basketball player, most of you guys out here, when it comes to, again, your boundaries, many of you young men set uncompromising boundaries. Well, excuse me, you set, compromising boundaries. The thing about a man is that he doesn't compromise anything to a woman. He doesn't. And that doesn't mean you're mean or bad. That means that you are sexy in her eyes, you're desirable in her eyes, and that there is something about you that the average guy doesn't have, because the average guy outside these doors, gentlemen, will compromise his standard for a piece of pussy. He'll compromise his standard for just a little bit of attention for a woman. But when you clearly, gentlemen, for all you young men out here, define what you will and will not tolerate, gentlemen, you will always have a different mentality. The shift, it cannot happen right now. And I want you guys to listen to me. I want you to understand this, because some of you I know y'all are writing some of this down, and that's cool. But it's not going to change you. The shift is not going to happen right now. It can't. Because anything that you're trying to create right now is going to be on a foundation of weakness. That's where you're building right now. You cannot build in the reality that you're in. And I don't think y'all understand how deep what I'm saying. Because I know a lot of y'all are asking yourself, well, why haven't I changed? I look at this, I do this, I read that, I try to do this, and yet I can't change. You can't change from where you are. You cannot change from where you are. The change must happen by becoming the student of the game, to understand that the greatest thing other than a man loving himself is a man keeping his emotions in check. There is nothing wrong, gentlemen, with being happy. There is nothing wrong, gentlemen, with being sad. Gentlemen, there is nothing wrong with you wanting to cry if you lose your parent or something like that. But do that shit on your fucking time. There's nothing wrong with that, gentlemen. That doesn't make you a bad person. What makes you fucked up, what makes you bad, and what makes you feminine, and what makes you soft is that if you're doing it not in spite of, because of a woman, that's the fucking problem. Listen, if you allow a woman to come in your life to dictate how you feel, there lies the problem. You see, gentlemen, when you are one thought, one mind, one way, you never allow your emotions to cloud this thing called your judgment. I don't care how fat her ass is, if she's disrespectful, she's gone. I don't care how bad she wants to suck my dick, she yells at me, she's gone. Guys, when you get this game down, women are going to want to fuck with the guys that say, you've got to give me a million reasons to keep your ass around because I don't need you as much as you need me. And if you can't think that way, which guys, I know that's crazy right now, because many of you right now in your reality would never believe that, you know what, if I thought that way or talked that way or moved that way, my life would change tremendously. I know it's hard to see that, gentlemen. And that's why I'm talking to you young men out here, trying to get y'all to see something. This is not to yell at women or mistreat women. It's about saying that being emotional will always put you in a bad position around a woman. You have to stay clearly focused and always composed like you've been there before, gentlemen. Key word, been there before. Because if a woman recognizes that this is new to you, that getting a woman is new to you, then she's going to run game on you and you're not even going to see it coming, gentlemen. Gentlemen, when you learn the game, the reason why most women won't play games with you is because a woman can learn from the get-go. The moment she talks to you, she will know that I can manipulate him or I can't fuck with him on that. I can talk down to him. I can't talk crazy this one over here. I can't play games. I can play games with him over here. Oh, I can't do that with that motherfucker. That motherfucker ain't playing around. That's what I'm saying to you guys out here. Gentlemen, I am proud that some of you are busting your ass. And guys, it's tough. I get it when you first get out of high school. It's tough with the bills. Everybody's going to have your ups and downs. That doesn't, listen, gentlemen, please listen to me. I don't give a fuck if you're paycheck to paycheck or you're struggling or you're in debt. That has nothing to do with your manhood. That has nothing to do with it all. So don't tie your manhood into having financial problems and financial things that are fucking with your head. That doesn't make you a bad person at all. What makes you fucked up and what makes you bad is when you are trying to floss your money or your wealth, thinking